where we left off. Last session,
Previously,
in the middle of the night, Mal ventured off to the werewolf cave to get rid of why am I blanking on her name?
Bianca was the second one.
Bianca's the second one. It's Here we go. Zulika. To get rid of Zulika and the werewolf pack. And the party divided on this plan, followed eventually in various staged groups of willingness and eagerness to address this problem. And when they arrived, Mal took the blade and dove into the werewolf camp. And the werewolves fought back viciously. The party, unsure and not unified in a plan or stances, all tried to individually address the situation to the best of their ability. Most took at least slight damage in the fight. Irina almost died. Alistair almost died. Mal did go unconscious under the onslaught of wolves she was facing. And after taking out both Zulika, Bianca, and another adult from the cave, the party retreated from the cave's entrance, and the pack, sensing the end to the onslaught, also held their ground at their cave entrance. And retreating into the woods with a few clutch portals from the party wizard, Adunbi was able to quickly revive Mal using a revivify spell. Mal is now on the ground, still unconscious but breathing. And the rest of you stand on the snowy path of this forest. What are you guys going to do next?
That's a good question.
how far out from town are we?
At this point, you're about an hour and a half. It's about a 2-hour trip to the cave itself, and our managed to teleport a decent ways off. You guys have spent a little bit of amount of time in the forest. It's early morning. Dawn is not yet broken. It will probably break in an hour.
Is this a short rest by chance?
Depends.
How long does a short rest have to be?
An hour.
Wait, how long did it take to do the revivify thing?
Yeah.
It doesn't revivify.
1 minute?
Yeah.
6
what?
seconds.
Oh. You mean
Revivify
60
is
minutes?
fast.
Yeah.
60 minutes, I see.
No.
I know, I know.
Yep.
Revivify,
Yep.
Revivify is fast. So, Mal's been revived.
So we've probably
You
only
guys
been here like 20
literally,
minutes.
as far as characters are concerned, you guys literally just left the cave. You're beaten, bloody, and still in the emotions that you were with when you left.
Ah, yes.
Tensions are high.
Tensions are high. Mal is once again breathing, but whatever emotions you had when you left the cave, it has been less than 5 minutes. So those emotions are probably still in play.
Sounds like the perfect beach episode cut, honestly.
Beach?
Good filler.
Let me just whip up a beach right now.
You guys find an island where there is a play going on about the exploits of your travels.
No way. Who plays
Dude, that's
beach?
crazy.
It's just a dude with bunny ears? No.
Do I really look like that?
We should get her out of the cold.
It's a good idea. Let's make our way back.
Irina moves in to take one of Mal's arms.
Huh? I think I ended the last session was saying that I put Mal on my back, unless
She's basically like looping one arm over her shoulder so that you don't have to carry Mal alone, so that you guys can kind of
okay.
each one arm. Because Mal's big.
Is she? How big's Mal?
Isn't she like almost 6 foot and stacked?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
5'8", I think is what I said is canon. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But she's
So-
also solid muscle, so she's not light.
Yeah.
Is Mal back at 1, essentially? At
I
1.
believe.
Yes.
I believe her.
Unconscious, but at 1.
She's 1 year old.
And according to the original description, which Nick so cleverly remembered, 5'9".
Oh.
Ooh,
I'm
you know what? I'm gonna cast Reduce on her. So that she's small enough for them to carry.
Fiducio.
How small does Reduce make it?
I think it's just one.
size less.
One size. So
Yeah.
you go from medium to small, which means you're Mim size. So you're like 2 feet. You become infant sized.
Imagine waking
Minnie
up after
Mal.
being knocked out,
Yeah.
and you're just like, "What's going on?" Ah!
Whoa.
All right, so as Irina and Adumbi go to lace their arms over Mim, cast Reduce, and suddenly Mal shrinks to the size of an infant, and Adumbi and Irina are both kind of holding this infant. Irina kind of looks and, well, you or me?
I can handle this. Don't worry.
She hands you tiny Mal.
The weight is 1/8 of what her weight was before.
Wow.
So she's probably still like 30 pounds.
Hey, don't guess a woman's weight.
I don't know.
It's rude.
I'm estimating. maybe not 30. Maybe like 25.
Weighing 240 at 5'9" is insane.
I was gonna say.
That's a,
She is
But
solid
she's
muscle.
solid.
You're a rock of a person.
I'd say probably closer to 25. 25 seems pretty stacked for 5'8".
Though. Let's see.
How's Alistair
Olympic
looking?
weights for women.
But still,
Also,
25 for a 2 foot thing is you're basically carrying a dumbbell.
Hey, dumbbells
Well-
are cool.
While that's going on, my eyes are going to flash gold for a moment, and you are going to heal for 8 hit points using healing light.
Come back to life.
How's Alistair looking?
Not bad, not great. Bloody.
How's Irina looking?
Irina almost died and then got healed to full by someone. She was like about to die and then somebody healed her. Let me see. Go back in the
We'll say,
combat log.
I'm missing a lot of healing.
Yeah, because somebody pumped a bunch into her.
Okay,
Is-
I'll heal Alistair then. Cure wounds at 3rd level.
Oh, actually, wait. Let me go see. I might be able to find out what she is.
15 points of healing for you.
Oof. So 19. Thank you.
That's a lot of healing.
Irina's at 14, so Irina's pretty bloody. I just when
Okay.
I
Cure
move
wounds on
the
Irina. 19 points of healing for Irina.
19 points of healing for Irina.
I'm at 21 out of 54, so I'm good.
Okay, I'm healing him.
19 points for.
Wait, do you need to be near me or? I'm not near you guys.
Well, it's a touch spell. I imagine somewhere in the next 18 seconds, I can reach you to heal you 16 points.
Okay, fine.
I'm
Maybe
assuming
doesn't
I'm
want to be
sleeping
near
after
any of you.
Damn. We
So
smell that
what?
bad.
So when Sten approaches, what do you do?
Well, I'm just sitting on the snow. So I guess I just glare at him for a minute. And then he does it, and I say, think. And that's it.
All right.
Andar is gonna wander a bit away from the group for, I don't know, about as long as it would take to restart a computer in the modern world. Like if I had to guesstimate an amount of time.
We'll say Andar and Irina start heading back along the path quietly.
Unrelated. I'll be right back.
I miss him.
Cameras will be wonky for a moment while we wait for that
suspicious.
camera to return.
Oh, I'm still standing. Look at that.
It's a bad tech day.
Oh, congratulations.
Here, if I
Where
I
am I?
go elsewhere.
Over here?
Oh, a bit of my arm is in the other. Is
I'm over here.
does this realign it? Kind of. I'm Andar now.
Hey, hello.
This will work for now.
You're Shmandar.
God, that reminds me of what's it? Dexter's Lab. Mandar. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Let's go.
There's a guy,
Hey.
completely unrelated. There's a guy who I work with who literally sounds like that as a human, and it's so hard. It's so hard.
He sounds like Mandar.
Yeah, he sounds like Mandark. Oh man.
Okay.
Man, today's episode has weird energy already.
Yeah, I need to get back into it, but yeah.
So
Oh,
we're
Well, you're unconscious anyway, so I guess I could let you sleep.
yeah, that's true. That's true. And I should be. I should
well,
be.
I'm also gonna keep my distance while we walk.
Oh.
Which
Which way are we going? Are we going north or south?
What's this? Uh,
I don't
We're heading
remember.
south.
We're going south. Yeah.
Heading
South.
south.
Okay, cool. I'm trailing behind the group then.
Irina and Andar are up ahead. There is a somberness to the evening. The muffled, the snowfall and that muffled crunch of your footfall in the snow, and that kind of dull sound that comes with the middle of the night on a snowy night seems almost oppressive, and the tension is palpable. No one seems to want to speak. But Irina and Andar lead the group back. And after about an hour, you guys return to the Gate of Krezk.
well, I mean, surely the guard can't be too much of an asshole today, yes?
I'm gonna have Doctor Who just kind of fly over the wall.
All right. And allow me to do the other screen.
What's over the Krezk, Doctor Who?
We'll remove you 3, but we'll put in Doctor Who.
How I missed that wolf.
There we go.
Ooh.
Cool. So you send Doctor Who over. He flies into town. is floating above the. I'll give you height so you don't have tree line to deal with. What am I looking for here? There we go. We'll put him 30 feet. Oh, that still doesn't do a whole lot, but you can kind of see. Sandar sends Doctor Who up over the edge. The rest of you are approaching the gate. It's been about an hour and a half. Also, Mal, can you roll me a d4 to determine how long it takes for you to wake?
Ooh.
All right. Mal is stirring, but not quite up. As you guys kind of get closer to the gate, Irina stops and turns and says, "Well, now what?"
I mean, we just go inside, yeah. Mm-hmm. Get her some rest.
We can try. I'm not sure that with Mal as the main connection here. If she's unconscious, I'm not sure how well that will play, but we can attempt.
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good reason for them to let us in. But, I mean, I guess we'll see. We can walk up to the gate if there's like a guard there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a couple of guards along the edge, with torch lights.
Hello there.
Oi!
Yes, we have Mal here, and we accomplished everything that you asked us to do in this little mission and things, and our friend Mal here is hurt, so we thought that, you'd let us in.
Where's she at? I'll see her.
I'll enlarge release only lasts like
Nope.
1 minute.
like a couple minutes,
Yeah.
right? So
Oh,
sure.
okay. Well, so
I messaged you on Discord, Cap, because I realized after I cast it that it 1 minute.
oh, it only lasts a minute.
Yes.
All right.
Anyway.
So after that, Irina would be helping carry Mal, and so Irina will be there with you and Mal as well. So then let me. Oop, there's Mal.
I think I also would have walked up with them if I could.
I imagine
Well-
everyone would be there, but I mean,
Oh, wrong way.
there we go.
And then Irina. So he goes, "Let me fetch the burgomaster. I'll go get permission to let you in."
I mean, is it really necessary? I mean, she's out cold, and we could at least lay her down, yes?
Can't let anyone in without permission from the burgomaster.
Then just hurry up.
You hear some whispering and you see one torch leave. It takes a few minutes. But at a certain point, Dimitri comes and looks over the wall. "What news bring you?"
Your daughter's hurt. We finished what you asked for. Could you please let us in so she doesn't freeze to death? Is that...
He kind of looks at her She is not my daughter, but I can see that she is injured. We will allow you to pass to the Abbey to seek the Abbot, but do not dally.
Dilly on in. Some of Dilly on in.
He nods, and the guards pull up the gate. And he heads back down. I will. Who's missing? Sten. They open the gates, and you see they kind of eye you as you pass through. One of the guards comes down. He's clearly an archer. He says, "All right, come with me. I'll take you to the Abbey."
Dumi will kind of whisper over to Sten. I could have sworn that was the Abbott. They all kind of look the same. I don't. Is it just me?
I've only ever seen these guards. I haven't been inside yet.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But shouldn't we be looking for someone with horns and a tail like Mao?
No, it's just a human like them.
Just tail.
No, neither.
Neither?
Yeah.
Who are you?
That's the question, isn't it?
I think we're looking for someone red like Mao.
Oh, the Abbott is not red.
Oh.
Go ahead, sorry.
Honestly, Mal is the only one that's easily recognizable amongst these ones.
So, what kind of character are we looking for?
Is he fat? Can't remember.
Who fat? The Burgomaster?
No, the Abbott.
You guys don't know. You've never seen the Abbot.
Have you met?
I thought we have seen the Abbott.
No.
But Mal talked to the Abbott.
No, Mal talked to the Burgomaster.
What? Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the whole time.
Oh,
Yeah.
In
that's
like
confusing.
a couple weeks. It's okay.
Yeah.
No, the Burgomaster's the one who's in charge of the town.
The Burgomaster kept telling Mal to go speak with the Abbot, but she was like, I don't want to talk to the Abbot without my friends. And then that's why we did the whole thing.
Gotcha. I was okay. Yeah. Okay. I got confused because I kept thinking that the person in charge was the one that Mal was like had a relationship to, which is why. Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
All right. So, this archer leads you through town, and as you guys walk through town and are kind of looking around, dawn's starting to break. You guys are hearing roosters crowing and some wildlife noises.
Roosters suck.
You start seeing some people milling about town here and there. The mist-shrouded village is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretch between stands of snow-dusted pine trees. So many trees, in fact, as to constitute a forest. To the northeast, gray cliffs rise up sharply, and the road winding up to the Abbey is easy to see from this vantage. So you guys can kind of see that the town is almost built into a hill. And the gate surrounds the outside, but the easternmost wall kind of climbs up the hill with it to a certain point into the forest. And then the town is set towards the base, whereas there's this winding path up to what appears to be this large church up on the hill, kind of overlooking the town. But it does seem to be a bit of a hike up to the Abbey itself. It's got a big switchback that goes up because the hill's fairly steep. and towards the top, the trees start to thin out and get more stony. And the archer actually kind of guides you through the town, and you see that this town seems to be more of a commune village than it is an actual town. It's very small in size, and they seem to have a bunch of self-sustained materials. They've got pens for various livestock. You see multiple chicken coops. You see some sheep. You see some pigs. There is a pile of large trees that have been chopped into logs and stacked. You see like stone gathered to like a small, what appears to be a very small rudimentary forge. Things like that. Pretty much everything in this town seems to be made so that they can make it work with what they have available. The archer leads you through, and after the cottages stop, the forest starts to enclose again, and there's a clear path towards the top of the Abbey, and he kind of gestures and is like, all right, up this switchback. It'll take you about half an hour, and then you'll be up. And he turns to head back to the gate. Mal, you start to rouse yourself at this point. You're being held up by Adunbi and Irina.
What happened? Where am I?
Oh, nothing big. You died and then came back to life.
The children, did I kill any of the children?
No, there was no dead children. But
Oh, thank God.
wait, you saw children there.
Yes, when I got there, Vasilka had lined them out in front of her, like a wall. I had to jump out over them to get at her. Wait, did I get her? Did we get her? Wait, you guys came back for me? Wait, what happened?
It's kind of a lot. There's all the werewolves. We came in, and I swooped in and saved you. We got out. Oh yeah, he was a total badass. Kind of just teleported in and then teleported out. With you, of course. Yes.
Well, thank you.
I don't remember seeing Sten there, but he was outside and we took care of you, and now we're here.
Oh, they let us in. Oh, that's good.
Would they not let you in? You're kind of their people, no?
I don't know.
Irina kind of
ridiculous, yes.
It seemed conditional. They saw that you were injured and escorted us through town and pointed us up, and she kind of gestures with her head up towards the Abbey.
Malice looks around and then like takes a sharp breath as she looks at the Abbey and goes like, well, better now than never. And she'll take her arm off of a Doomby and kind of readjust herself as she carries her own weight and goes, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate that you guys came back for me. I'm sorry I had to do that alone.
what it's worth, anybody who would have stepped up to be a leader is now gone. So I imagine they will be too, just given some time.
That's good.
I'm sure you'll be okay. Probably. He doesn't seem like the greatest person, but it sounds like they somewhat care for you. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
The Abbott and the people at Krezk.
Oh, no, yeah, they're just,
You just seemed very nervous going in there, so I was, just trying to give you a little bit of reassurance.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you be nervous if your father told you he was very angry with you?
Oh, my father's dead.
Oh.
So probably not. Actually, I would be very nervous because then he would be a ghost, which would be very confusing. So yeah, I think the answer to your question would be yes. Oh no need to apologize. It was, I guess by your standards, a long time ago. So no, really, don't worry about it. I'm completely over it.
Well. Is everyone just remaining quiet in this instance? Okay, then Mal's very awkwardly going to be like,
Oh, I'm lagging way behind.
Yeah, both Mim and Andar sit like trailing.
Don't worry, we'll all be right behind you. If you need anything, just yell out something. I don't know, like tangerine or something, and then we'll come rushing to your side. I mean, I can come with you if you would like. It's not that big.
Do you guys not want to meet? Did you not want to meet that?
I mean, I did. I thought you made it sound like you wanted to do this alone, so I.
No, that's
no. Okay.
That's why we. We did all the things we had to do, right?
Yeah, and that's what I thought, but I was kind of second guessing myself with. Sound very somber, and
I'm
you're getting
very
into that.
tired.
Yeah, I mean, you just died, so it makes sense. Anyway, yeah, why don't we go inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. As you guys climb the road, the switchback road hugs the cliff and is 10 feet wide, covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. The ascent is slow and somewhat treacherous, and as you guys climb, the air grows colder towards the top. Also, because you guys didn't sleep, as you guys go into this morning, everyone's going to take on a level of exhaustion, except Sten and Adunbi actually take 2.
I feel like we should take 0 since like we're werewolves and everything. And like we're really good at night.
I didn't even fight.
Correct. Mim, you're
Dude,
muted.
Full moon is taking it out of me.
Maybe we're not werewolves.
Is there a place?
Is
there a place in Foundry to put exhaustion?
I think so.
Yeah. Yes,
It's on your attributes page under death saves.
Yes. Also, your mic is in the wrong one.
Well, I had to switch from my computer because I couldn't hear anyone, so I'm just on my phone.
Oh.
That sucks.
No.
Oh, yeah, that. You know what? Your mic is in the right one then. Just.
Yeah, this is just for show right now.
Yo, you fooled me.
Guys.
You fooled me. That's for sure.
This trip is now doubly as long. It'd be nice
The
if
what's
you could
doubly
have-
as long?
Oh yeah. Your guys' speed is halved.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You guys are very tired.
Hopefully we don't have to
Thanks. I
persuade.
didn't think I showed it.
Hopefully we don't have to persuade or deceive anyone in this upcoming social encounter.
So as you guys reach the top of this path, you guys work your way up. I'm just gonna yoink you up. You climb up this path, you work your way. Oh, this is a little too much. There we go. This is better. You come towards the top of the path, and you guys see that the road from the village climbs above the mist to a wide ledge on which the Abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and rocky earth. The gravel road passes between two small stone outbuildings, to either side of which stretches a 5-foot-high, 3-foot-thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges, and they appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by a 15-foot-high curtain wall, and a belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing gray smoke.
Are the two individuals in front of us, do I recognize them?
They are asleep with hoods on.
They're asleep?
They are asleep.
Walk past them.
Roll me a stealth check if you're trying not to wake them.
With disadvantage.
Do we all have to, or is it just one for the party?
Anyway, well, we can do a big party check if everyone's gonna go.
Wait, you said party check?
Mhm.
As in, like, every individual rolls, or like...
Like every individual rolls, and then we'll take the totals.
We all have to roll at disadvantage, so...
The first time I rolled almost a 20, this whole campaign, it's a disadvantage.
You rolled a 20, but it was at disadvantage?
I rolled an 18 and a 4.
Oh. That's kind of depressing.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Oh, whoops. I'll just leave that there. Not getting that.
All right, I need Andar, and I need just Andar.
Sorry, what are we rolling for?
Stealth at disadvantage,
I'm
and I need Mal.
flying.
Just to sneak past the people?
They're asleep.
Oh, I'm not even trying to be quiet.
All right, cool. And then, man, what were you gonna say?
I'm in 30 feet in the air. I put it on Foundry.
Oh, okay, you're just going straight up over.
Well, I think I would have been up higher if I had to be near Andar
Got it.
on the way back.
Got it. So Mim just coasts on over, just keeping an eye on everybody. Between everyone's exhausted attempts and Andar not even trying, the two guards rouse. And they who are you? What are you doing here? The one on the left.
Excuse me, what are you?
What are you? What are we all?
I mean, I feel it's a little bit weird to answer a question with a question, but I'm a Dundi. As you can see by my ears, I'm an elf.
I see. I am Otto. Have you never seen such a beautiful specimen such as me? The other one kind of rolls their eyes.
Yes. We can just walk past.
We're here to see the Abbott. So
Mal, you're back. The master will want to see you.
how? Yeah.
Yes. Come with me. And he turns and walks. And the other one just kind of puts their hood down and waits while the rest of you kind of start to file after Otto.
Do you know
friends of
Otto?
yours?
Yes.
I hear two. What?
Have you? Are these your friends? Have you met them before?
I believe. Hey, Ryan. Have I met them before? They knew. Yes.
You still have that list. Yes.
He's Oh, do I still? Is it Pin?
I will go and find it.
They are good friends, in fact.
Yes. Definitely.
Their names are.
Oh yes, I see it now. I see it. Yes. You'll have to forgive Otto. He's very eccentric. I'm sorry, Alistair. What were you saying?
I was just asking if they're friends, people you trust.
I mean, the Abbott trusts them, so I trust them. They can be a bit. Oh, I should probably warn you. I'm sorry. Everyone here is a little eccentric. They're a little bit different from your normal person, which is why we kind of stay away from the majority of the village. That's why I kind of fit right in. So, just be aware. They're all well-meaning. They're just unique.
Well, I mean, almost everybody we've run into are human, so we'll fit right in.
All right. As you guys approach, this is what you see. The Abbey stands kind of intimidating against the gray sky, and off to your right, you see this graveyard set under the shadow of the building. Stunted pine trees grow out of the rocky earth in the graveyard near the foundation of the Abbey's north wing. The windows of the structure are cracked panes of leaded glass, and ancient gravestones burst from a thin crust of snow in the yard. Beyond the low wall that surrounds the graveyard, the ground falls away. The village lies 400 feet below, and the view is fairly breathtaking from this hill. You can see out into the valley, and you're overlooking this snow-swept landscape of the village and trees, and then you can see along the western horizon where the mists almost distinctly cut off the horizon. But as you guys continue to follow, you kind of see the building itself rise up in front of you, and you can see this gate towards the center of the building that kind of connects both halves of the Abbey. And Otto is taking you in that direction. The curtain wall is 15 feet high and seems to join the two wings, and behind its battlements, two guards stand at attention, their features obscured by fog. Below them, set into the wall, is a pair of 10-foot-tall wooden doors reinforced with bands of steel. To the right of these doors, mounted on the wall, is a tarnished copper plaque. And the plaque bears the Abbey's name, the Abbey of St. Markovia. And there it has a small inscription underneath that says, "May her light cure all illness." Those who are kind of looking around and observing, roll me a perception check.
One is cocked. Oof.
It will be at disadvantage because of exhaustion.
Oh, you're right.
So just roll me one more.
Just roll another. Okay.
Yep. Actually, Mal, I don't need one from you because you'd know this.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So Alistair, you're the only one really with it enough to realize. But as you're walking, you seem like the guards seem abnormally still. And as Otto comes and pushes the gate, which is unlocked, you realize that the guards don't take any notice of you, don't move at all, and you kind of put together that the guards seem to be some kind of dummies. They're not actual guards at all. They seem to be put in place to have the appearance of security.
They're scare people.
Wait, yeah, are you saying that they're dummies as in like they're not smart, or they're like literally scarecrows?
They're fake.
Like,
Yeah.
They're fake.
Okay.
So as you guys enter into
So I
that
wasn't
courtyard, let me toss this on over there. Dude.
It's just a chicken.
Yes, they are chickens.
You have a problem with a chicken?
If I hit it, there's an entire flock that would attack me.
If you hit the chicken, does it lay an egg?
All right.
One way to find out.
Wait, did we just are we now in Zelda the Windmaker?
So as you guys enter into this courtyard, the thick falls that fills this courtyard swirls as if eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by this 15-foot high wall on which stand several guards with their backs to you, or so it seemed at first. It's clear now that as you guys enter that these guards are merely scarecrows placed on the battlements. Wooden doors to the north and east lead to what appear to be the Abbey's two wings. Wait, north and east. Oh. So
We can
this
go
is
like this?
odd because this is actually north. This direction here is actually north, which is stupid, but that's how it is. So this is east and this is north. Anyway, so to the north and east, they lead to the two wings. In the center of the courtyard is a stone well fitted with an iron winch to which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors, as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden troughs. 2 wooden posts pounded into the rocky earth have iron rings bolted to them, and chained to one of them is a short humanoid with bat wings and spider mandibles. The quiet is shattered by horrible screams coming from the sheds. Otto kind of brings you in and, yes, wait here. I will go fetch the master. And he heads off to the northern door.
Oh, this place checks out.
Mal will turn over to the shackled one and will just wave her hand and say, "Hello, Marzina. How are you there today?"
Mal, you came back. You came back.
Excuse me, is this Mel? Is this where you grew up?
Yes. rather quaint, isn't it?
My condolences.
So many things make so much more sense.
Mal will look confused, but we'll just.
Mal, didn't you say that your father's like me?
In a manner of speaking, I mean to say, well, you both share, I think some sort of angelic lineage?
I'm beginning to put together what angelic really means, I think.
I'm confused. Can you explain that?
It's just not as light and heartfelt as I originally thought.
What?
Oh, are you talking about Merzina? Oh, some clarification. She'll kind of like try not to be in earshot of Merzina. She's actually shackled because she needs to not hurt herself. She's sees things. Everyone here is come because of some affliction. We do our best to take care of them, but it is rather sad.
Interesting. I'll wait to hear more.
From the north, Otto steps out with what appears to be a man in his late 20s, with these almost glowing, flowing locks of golden hair, dressed in a flowing white robe, which seems to be pristinely clean. And he almost glides over to you, and he says, Mal.
Mal will immediately like go on one knee into a bow. And if he proffers his hand to kiss the ring, she'll do so.
Oh my god, is he really young?
He's like late 20s.
Oh my god.
I would love to dye my hair and play him in a movie.
Oh my god.
If you've seen,
He's giving us such frat boy energy.
If anyone has seen Theseus from Hades, he looks similar to that.
I would
just
like
this
it
like
to be known.
tan skin, this golden coiffed hair. But he holds
my
himself in this very regal regard, and he comes and he says, "Here you are, returned. And to think, I thought that you were dead. And to hear from none other than Strahd himself that you've gone gallivanting about with strangers. Well, here, all your kin burden the toil under the burden of your responsibilities. And you come here, wounded, clearly, seeking some sort of forgiveness or help, I presume."
No, father. I'm sorry, she wouldn't say father, she would say Abbott. No, Abbott. I do not come here for forgiveness. If you must punish me, I accept it willingly. But no, I actually come to introduce my friends. I've met them on the road, and they've helped me accomplish what I was set out to accomplish, and they are great people who have restored the flow of wine to Barovia. And she will stand up and go, everyone, this is the father of this abbey, Abbott, and Abbott, this is Sten, Mim, Alistar, Andar, and Adumbi.
Hello, Abbott. My condolences.
And Irina says, and kind of looks around, unsure whether to introduce herself as herself or, and in a kind of moment of uncertainty, I'm Rosavalda.
Yes.
The abbot kind of looks around. Well, I suppose you've all done me a service by bringing Mal back in what appears to be one piece. You're welcome here. Follow me. It seems that at least some of you need tending. He sweeps his cloak behind him and begins heading towards the North Hall.
Is this seriously the guy?
I think it's seriously the guy.
I mean, he's a little. The abbot can be very different, but you'll find he has a good heart. If you have anything you need from Alistair, if you want to speak with him, I'm sure that he wouldn't mind.
Come, time shouldn't be wasted. Much to do.
Mal
Let's
will
go.
rush.
All right. As you guys follow, he sweeps the door open and leaves it open. It starts to swing shut behind him. He doesn't even pay any notice. But as you guys walk in, there is you walk into this main hall, which gentle music is trickling down from above, played on a single stringed instrument by some unknown player. The ground floor is one large 50-foot square room with arched leaded glass windows, and a cauldron sits on an iron rack above a fire in the hearth, while above the fireplace mantle hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper level, while in another corner, a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs surround a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged around the table, standing behind which is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled so as not to touch her soft shoulders. She seems lost in her own thoughts.
I don't want to hear of any trickling near this guy.
The abbot moves to the head of the table. Come, sit, rest. It's clear that you need it.
Mal will very notably walk over and try to sit on the left side. Wait. His left, right? Wait. Is this the left side?
His left would be here.
His left, yes.
And around his neck, I should mention, is a wooden symbol that depicts the sun hanging from a chain around his neck.
Who is? Do I know this one, Ryan?
You do. I will DM you.
Okay.
So you guys sit, and the abbot looks around and says, it appears that you've been in some sort of scrap recently. What is it that you need from me? What is it that you require? He takes a glass and drinks from it.
We were informed of a werewolf encampment out of town. So we handled it, and we just require a place to stay. I knew that you wanted to see me, so I I have come before you, and my friends have some questions, if they can ask it.
Well, of course I wish to see you. Your responsibilities have been left in dalliance since your escapade. Here, I thought that I sent you to the Wizard of Wine for a simple errand. I believe you dead. I go through the mourning process. We held ceremonies. And yet here you are, breathing. The nerve of you. He turns to the rest of you. Meanwhile, werewolves, you say? How many were bitten?
Yes, all of us.
All of you. Morning, Lord bless us. All right. And he kind of like stands up and he cracks his knuckles. Who needs healing first?
I don't know who the worst.
Oh,
Probably.
I mean, probably Malice. Honestly,
No, you all go first.
I mean, you literally died, so I think it's fair that you get to go first.
I'm used to it. Don't worry, go for it.
I mean, I can make an executive decision here, I think.
Very well, if that's what you wish. Mel will kind of step forward.
The abbot wipes his hand on his cloak and puts it on your forehead, and you guys see a glow. And Mal, you heal to full. Also, I need you to roll me a D100, please. And your exhaustion goes away.
Is the light
Cool.
similar, akin to my abilities?
Very golden glow, sunlight, warm angel vibe.
Okay.
I love it. He just literally is called the Abbott.
As he takes his hand off of Mal, he once again wipes it on his cloak and says, "All right, who's next?"
Well, why don't we just continue down the table? Rosavaldo?
As you wish. And he goes and he puts his hand on Irina's shoulder, heals her to full. The abbot kind of, as he's healing her, "You had nary a scratch." And then, let me have her roll the 100. Okay. Hold on a sec.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I just need to look up something real quick. It's fine.
Yeah, nothing serious, or
Just murders Irina.
It's
Should become
fine.
a mongrel folk.
Kept her alive for this long just to have the abbot kill her.
Fucking dies.
Or she turns into one of the creatures. The thing.
There it is.
The people that
Mongrel folk.
like odd. Or like the bird one? There are a lot of things here that I don't
Right.
know what they are.
Cool. All right. Anyway, he moves on to Alistair.
As he's coming up to me, I'm going to make sure that my collar's popped, as in the player art.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
And
that
he
collar, bro.
real quick, Mal, just
Yes.
because you're directly next to Irina,
Yes.
roll me a perception check.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Please
boy.
roll
No more
high.
exhaustion, really?
No more
Huh?
exhaustion.
Okay.
No longer exhausted.
Oh,
You
All right.
did not roll high.
Cool.
she's very preoccupied
Um,
mentally.
Alistair, So you kind of pop your collar and lean your neck, and he goes, "Oh. Well, someone's been through quite a ruckus, haven't you? How fresh is this?"
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you.
He squints at it and he says, "Oh. You're like me, aren't you? It seems to be containing some of this."
So I've heard.
But it doesn't appear to be, he kind of like is looking over you. He almost like sniffs for a moment. Seems to be an additive quality, not something that inherently born with, is it? You were given this by someone. Yes? Am I mistaken?
I was told myself, though I have no recollection of it, to be honest.
Oh, you don't remember? How quaint. And this additional layer, this appears to be a recent development. Someone's trying to reach out to you, yes? Someone's trying to assist you. Is this what I'm gathering?
Maybe? I'll be honest, I don't know.
When was the last time that you slept?
It's been a few days.
That would explain it. All right, well, let's get to business. And he puts his hand on your shoulder and he heals you to full. I need you to roll me a D100. You lose it. You are no longer exhausted. And you watch as the scabs heal over and the veins fade out. But I need you to roll me a D100.
53.
All right.
Does he have a shadow?
Still no
The Groundhog
shadow.
Day?
Still no
Long
shadow.
winter?
Mim, are you sitting or are you floating? What's your thing right now?
I'm sitting. I am so tired. I am sitting.
All right. He comes over and he says, "Oh, dainty little thing, aren't you? Let's see. I'm not familiar with one of your constitution, but I imagine it works all the same." And he puts his hand on your shoulder, which like almost encapsulates part of your shoulder. You heal to full. You're no longer exhausted. I need a D100.
Okay.
All right. Continues around the table. And what exactly are you?
Tired.
Well, at least I know my healing will work on you. I deal with your folk, or at least those of your traits, quite often. He puts his hand on your shoulder. You heal to full. You're no longer exhausted. I need
I
a
lose
D100.
both or just one?
Both.
Okay. Cool. I wasn't even hurt.
Oh, if you're not hurt, then hold on, rewind. If you're not visibly hurt, he would come to you and he'd be like, "You don't appear to have any sort of injuries. Is there anything that you need?"
Maybe a separation from the moon.
Oh, so you were bitten. Well, we can fix that. Puts his hand on you. Now we do it. D100, please.
83.
Cool. And are you just pacing around the room opposite him?
Just admiring the view out the windows.
All right. He comes back to a Doonby.
Oh, hello.
And I presume you need healing as well.
Me? Oh no, I don't need any healing.
Oh, you're fine. How
Yeah, have you
refreshing.
checked have you checked yourself yet, though?
I assure you, I am the epitome of health.
Oh.
But
must
if you
be really
don't need
nice.
it, and he walks away.
Yes.
And he comes to Andar on the opposite wall. Are you injured? Do you require healing as well?
I'm quite well, thank you.
Lovely. And he sweeps by you. Adumbi, did you sit in his chair?
No, what are you talking about?
Is that what you're doing?
What? I just chose a seat. I just walked in late.
He comes back to the head of the table and then at this point notices, pardon me, but I believe that you're in my chair.
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, there must be some kind of mistake.
Yes, I do believe there is.
I did not know that you were sitting here whatsoever.
No worries, no harm, no foul. Now, if you would excuse me. He just kind of stands there.
Could I have just 1 second, please? Is there like food on the table or no?
No food on the table.
He kind of asks for like 1 second and then kind of just looks down and like looks like he's playing with something in his lap and then he's like, oh, okay. Thank you for your patience.
He does one of those like really like wonderful thank you. And like
anytime. Just if you ever need anything, just let me know.
Mal and Adunbi, roll me a perception check.
Oh boy.
At disadvantage.
I was very distracted today.
Cool. All right. Abbott sits and
No, you don't have disadvantage, right? Or do me? You got healed.
No, he didn't.
No, he
said
didn't.
Oh, he didn't.
him and Andar both didn't because they both said that they were fine.
I'm at full HP.
Well, you're exhausted.
Yeah, but nothing a little sleep can't deal with.
So. Oh, actually, no, that one stays. Cool. When I have to adjust some notes.
Wait, so just to be clear, is Sten's lycanthropy gone?
That's a good question.
Is that... Oh boy.
I will say. Adunbi.
Yeah, that's me.
With your exhaustion, just a heads up. You feel slightly more aggressive than normal. You're just testy. You've got that like.
I'm just testing.
You're testy. And
That tracks.
Yeah, no, that's about it. You're feeling more testy than normal. You're a little
testy as in like snappy.
Yeah, snippy.
Okay.
Irritable.
Angry.
Not even just full angry, just kind of like that kind of like you're on edge. Like people are rubbing you the wrong way lately.
Gotcha.
Cool. This is so fun. This is so fun.
Do I
what's happening
still
here.
have a craving for pastries?
Yeah. That's a good question. No.
Fascinating. It all
No, you
washes over me. I've been eating children.
Oh man. All right. This has been a very interesting turn of events. So, the abbot sits, turns to the rest of you and says, well, if that's all that you came for, will you be leaving?
You won't give us a place to stay and rest?
If you'd like a place to stay and rest, you're welcome to it.
Oh.
I'm sorry. My understanding was that you were coming for remedies. Now that has been provided, I wasn't sure that there was more that you required.
Well, it's, just thought you would be more happy to see your daughter, your daughter and everything.
My daughter? Which one of you is my daughter?
The person you've known for a very long time,
This one.
sitting
And he
right
looks
next to
over
you.
at Mal. Daughter is a generous term.
Isn't that a little bit, what's the word? Dickish thing to say?
Dickish? I provided her alive. I've taken care of her since she was an infant. I saved her from certain mortality.
Yes, but it's the way that you said it is, rude.
Father, I apologize. I mean, Abbott, I apologize. We've had a long journey, and everyone is very tired. I ask that you forgive our impunity, and I ask that we have a moment to rest.
No offense taken. To err is human, as they say. Well, if rest is what you require, then Mal, I'm sure that you can show your friends to wherever you would like them to stay. You know the place.
Yes. And she'll get up and kind of wait for everyone.
Irina will awkwardly get up and follow.
The other person in the room, have they moved at all?
No. They've been kind of idly following the action with their eyes, but very calm, very placid. Has not moved and has not spoken.
All right, Alistair's going to get up in a huff and follow.
All right.
As I pass the, I'll go this way. As I pass the Abbot, I'll ask him, when you mourn your dead, do you bury them all in the same place?
He pauses and he kind of squints at you. When you say my dead, what are you referring to?
Well, you said you went through mourning on Malice.
Correct.
So, where would I find her remembrance? So I can...
Oh, her grave is marked
that.
out to the north of the building. I believe it's the third row.
I'll take care of that.
All right.
I'll
So
follow Mal and then I'll break off, assuming that you don't go east.
Mal, for your reference, so
Yes.
the upstairs to this building is a loft and belfry, which Cloven generally stays in, and then
Okay.
beneath the staircase down leads to a cellar. The building across the way, to have barracks and a hospital wing, but you know them to be in general disrepair as guests are not often kept at the Abbey. And the lower, you also know that in the lower hall you will be taking them by a number of denizens should you go to the eastern building.
Yeah, she's gonna take him to the barracks.
Cool.
Yeah. Joseph doesn't know the way, but she's gonna lead them there.
It is this building. Here, let me adjust the camera. It is this building here. And the staircase is on your right.
I think you guys will notice that Mal is like walking with a little bit more pep in her step. Like a lot of her worry is gone. And she'll just be kind of like briskly leading them forward. And we'll be pointing out like, that's the well, and like that's, and pointing out different features of the Abbey. If we come across anyone, she'll introduce them. And
as you guys start walking across the courtyard to Marzina, as a group, Marzina's eyes get wide and she starts screeching and flapping and trying to break the confine of her chain, trying to fly away from her post. Only to be caught by the chain holding her down.
Mal will try to
me down.
we'll try to calm her down. Don't worry, they're not here to hurt you. Don't worry. And she'll try to
They're after me!
approach.
They're after me! You brought them to kill me!
No one's trying to kill you. No one's trying to kill you. Don't worry, you're safe.
She seems almost manic.
Now we'll take a step back and then sigh to lead them forward.
Sten, you split off. You're heading to the north. Real quick. We'll do that. Sten?
Yes. Is it here-ish?
Correct.
I'm gonna find Mal's headstone.
Right here.
What does it say?
It says, that's a good question. What does it say? It says, the ward of the ward of the Abbott of Markovia. Here lies the ward of the Abbott of Markovia. May she find the Morning Lord's light.
Right, slower than I thought I did. Okay. I'm going to spend a spell slot to use animating performance on the tombstone.
Okay.
And I'm going to have it fly away.
Okay.
And it's a pretty steep drop over this, right?
Correct. You basically...
I want to drop it so it's like far enough away so that when it shatters and stuff, it's pretty explodey.
Yeah, it'll hit the hill and shatter and roll down the hill. So you animate performance, it launches itself like a bottle rocket up over the wall, and you hear as it hits the side of the mountain and rolls down. The rest of you, as you guys are walking... Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. And then I'll just whisper to myself, Alice, I'm sorry I wasn't there. Just I hope to not see that again. And then I'll walk back.
As you're walking back and as everyone's walking into this building, that bell rings and you guys start hearing hooping and hollering coming from all the building in front of you as well as the sheds around. And as you guys walk into this building, you see down the hallway this huge lumbering mass of an individual that seems to be oddly proportioned in places and hunched. And he's lumbering up and down the hallway, and all of these hands of various types, humanoid as well as you see claws and lizard and like paws and all sorts of different limbs reaching out of various bars, hooting and hollering and clambering and trying to get arms out. And this figure seems to just take no notice and march up and down the hallway. And at first he like turns and you see him tense, and then he sees Malice with you and
Malice like,
loosens
"Hello."
slightly and continues walking up and down the hallway.
It's feeding time, so they get a little loud. But don't worry, they're mostly harmless. Should just leave them by.
What's the
It's hold on, Mal, it's right here.
Oh, whoops.
You said mostly harmless. What's the harmless? What's the harmful part?
Oh, I mean, all of these individuals have been cursed in some way or another, as far as I'm aware. So they've lost their ability to, well, have higher functions, I guess.
How come the Abbott doesn't cure the curses?
Well, that's why they're here. That's why he's here. Just trying to. It's part of his great work. He has a project.
Dope people with projects.
Are you familiar with that?
Oh, yes. I've known a few people that have projects. They're very
Round this corner
dedicated.
and immediately say, "Nope. I'll be outside. Come find me in the morning," and walk outside.
All right, sounds good.
I wanted to stay back and just kind of sit and try and see if I can like inch a little bit closer to Marzina.
Marzina.
Okay, so you sit as she's like flapping against her chains or whatever, and she's frantically looking, and she, as the group passes, she literally rotates opposite them. And so you sit, and for the brief period of time that you and Sten are the only ones out, she like sits opposite, and like she keeps her chain taut in opposite directions of you. As Sten enters into the building, she kind of like flaps and is like looking at you and kind of flapping, keeping her distance in the air as best she can from you sitting on the ground. When Andar
Does she
comes
look-
out,
Oh,
go ahead.
sorry. I'd say, does she look cold? And I know she's like crazy and frantic.
It's difficult to tell because she isn't wearing any sort of clothing, but other than like a couple key like body parts covered, but her figure doesn't seem, it seems so animalistic that she's got tufts of fur and things, so she's not like visibly
Okay.
shaking or anything from what appears to be cold. She's, especially in her frantic state, it's very difficult to tell.
Mm-hmm.
But she seems to be very frightened. Very, very frightened. Andar, where are you going real quick? Just right
where I
there?
am.
Perfect. All right, so you march out.
And I'm gonna cast Tiny Hut as ritual.
Done. All right, and then Mim, so you're sitting, you're inching forward. What's your goal here?
I'm kind of just want to observe it first and just see if I can get any closer without her freaking out.
Okay.
Like, cause she, yeah,
How long do you sit there?
I guess it depends.
For the first few minutes, she will be fairly frantically flapping against her chain.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. If she calms down or tires out.
And at any point do that, do you inch forward? Or are you just sitting?
Yeah, I try to inch forward.
Okay. When you inch forward, she flaps harder.
Damn. Okay. Then I'm going to get up, cast Druidcraft, and just swirl a warm breeze around her, and then walk inside the building.
Okay.
Better.
Because you're out there for a few minutes, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
You notice three things. One,
Mm-hmm.
there's hooping and hollering coming from these sheds, and the
Yeah.
doors are swelling outwards.
Actually.
Two, after the first couple minutes of her flapping so hard, you see that the chain is actually starting to cause her ankle to bleed, and that there is intense scarring around her ankles. And three, you hear scuttling coming from the well.
Okay. Well. Yeah. Can Mage Hand, like... No, that wouldn't work. Okay, I'm gonna check out this well, actually. Because if I heard scuttling, I'm gonna go here first because I feel like it's gonna be a minor thing. Because these things in the building seem scary.
All right. Well then, you were out for a few minutes. Let's deal with Malice and them. So Mal, you take Irina, Alistair, Adunbi, and Sten. Are you following? You're at the door. I just want to check.
I would have seen them go that way, so however long it takes to catch up, but I am going that way.
Yeah. I think...
I don't imagine they're going very fast because Doomy's exhausted.
Yeah, kind of just, strolling about, taking my time.
Exactly. So, and also with the explanation of everything that happened, I imagine that you would get there about the time that Andar's leaving.
Okay.
So you'd see Mim sitting, Andar would be walking out, you'd be walking in. They're about to head up the steps.
Yeah, I guess I am double Doomby's speed right now.
Oh yeah. Make that a triple.
Hoo-ah!
All right. So the five of you head up to the second floor. Let me populate you in. Mal leading, and I already have Sten, Alistair. See what I'm saying? Dink. All right. So as you come up and around the corner, you're surprised to see a very Romanian-looking woman with dark black locks of hair standing, perusing this library. Well, it's an upstairs office. There's a wooden counter shaped like an L, and all other furniture is fairly wadded away, leaving hopes of moldy wood and faded cloth. There are a couple of shelves of books and scrolls, and this woman seems to be inspecting the books and scrolls. Mal, you do not recognize her, and she seems startled to see you and the group come around the corner.
Excuse me.
Pardon. Hello. Who are you?
I am Malice, the ward of this abbey. State your name and business.
Oh, hello. Esmeralda de Avnir. I am a guest of the Abbott. And she goes to, slowly proffer a hand.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah.
Okay. Finally.
She seems uncomfortable and slightly scared that not scared. She seems uncomfortable and she tenses. She's tense, but she's playing polite. You can also sense underneath the politeness an alertness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I feel like she's being truthful when she says she's a guest?
Yeah, she does seem to be being... She doesn't give any indication of being dishonest.
Okay. Well, then at that point, Malice will take her hand off of her blade and will gingerly take her hand and say, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Esmeralda."
She shakes it firmly.
Are you bedding here in this area?
Temporarily. I'm, as I said, a guest of the Abbott. I'm looking for someone.
Well, and she'll just gesture to her friends and be like, "These are my friends. everyone, and I'm sure this is Esmeralda. They'll be bunking in this area as well for a little while.
She kind of lifts a hand. Hello, nice to meet you. And who might you all be?
Oh, I mean, I'm Alice's friend.
He's a jokester. This is a Doomby.
Kind of
Pleasure to meet you.
She raises an eyebrow and says,
I think.
"Was that pleasure to meet you? I think, or was I think the beginning of another statement?"
No, pleasure to meet you, I think.
She kind of raises an eyebrow and says, "Well, likewise, a Doomby." And she goes to proffer a hand.
Alistair Alayan. Hi.
Hello, Esmeralda, and she'll shake hands with whoever
Yeah, I mean,
is comfortable shaking hands.
I'll shake hands with her, sure. Why not?
And we're all vampires again.
And Irina again. I'm Rosavalda. Rosavalda Durst. And Esmeralda kind of pauses for a second, says, I'm sorry, I don't believe that's possible because Rosavalda Durst died as a young child. So you can't be Rosavalda Durst. And Irina kind of caught off guard. Yes. Well, and she goes, don't worry, I know who you are. You're Irina Kolyana. You're the burgomaster's daughter of the village of Barovia, correct? And Irina kind of taken aback.
Well, this is awkward.
Yeah, Mal's hand just goes to her.
One minute. You know of the Durst family?
Yes, I do.
Are you from the town of Barovia?
I am not. I am not from Barovia.
How did you come to find about the Durst family?
Well, when one travels to a new place, they must do their research. I don't believe I caught your name.
Sten Simon.
Wonderful to meet you. She extends a hand.
I'll extend my hand as well.
She shakes it, and she turns back to Irina. Now proper introductions. And Irina kind of tentatively extends a hand, and Esmeralda shakes it more than Irina does. Well, now that we're all introduced...
If I may be so forward, are you from Barovia?
No.
At all?
No, I'm not from Barovia.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you then. Likewise.
Yes, pardon my assumptions, and she kind of scans around the room. Irina from Barovia, and are the rest of you all outsiders, or is there any other natives here?
Gonna look at Mal.
I'm the ward of the Abbey, so...
True, you did mention that. That would make sense. So 2 natives, then.
What are you looking for?
An old
She
friend.
says that she like eyes the... Oh, okay. Well, who's here?
Yes,
Did
he
you come to
traveled
that-
here.
I see.
Is there someone we should be on the lookout for? Send them your way?
Perhaps. You haven't happened to come by... Well... She pulls out a small note card. A small sheet of parchment, and she says, "A half-elven man who believes himself to be a bard, a old man who uses a cane as a weapon, a grizzled miser who wears a cloak and claims to be a ranger, a batty old wizard with an auburn beard who claims to study the stars, And
Nope,
she just,
haven't seen any of those.
all right.
All of those?
You've seen all of these.
No. I mean,
Does
you're asking if we've seen all of those.
Just any of them.
Oh,
Is this a singular friend? Is somebody parading around like that?
Let's just say, my friend has many connections.
well, would you mind giving us their name? Maybe that would assist.
Well, if no one fits the description, I can't imagine that the name would make a difference.
We
But-
travel far and wide to the lands of Barovia. We never know who we'll meet. We met a headless horseman, actually.
A headless horseman.
Yeah,
Sounds
And a
quite
horseless
frightening.
horse. A manless horse.
a manless horse, a horseman.
Man, this ghost horse.
Well, it seems it's quite the campfire story that you've encountered. Well,
Didn't you?
if you do
She
happen to find anyone fitting those descriptions, please feel free to let me know.
Wait,
I can't
excuse
imagine.
me. Are you supposed to be important? Like an important person?
He means as the guest to the abbot.
No, not at all. I'm just merely taking advantage of the Abbott's hospitality.
Okay.
But as I said, if you do happen to find anyone fitting the description of any of those men, please let me know. I do want to see how my old friend is doing.
Is she
That makes sense.
purposely dodging the previous question?
The
Asking for
name question? Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
You don't mind if I copy down that list?
Not at
Just a
all.
horrible memory.
So that would be a half-elven bard who tells many stories, a wizard with an auburn beard who studies the stars, a man in a cloak, miserly old man who claims to be a ranger of the north. And, fuck, what did I say the fourth one was?
A long list.
It's the ranger.
No, the ranger of the
that
north was the third one.
That's the man with the cloak?
That's the man with the cloak, who claims to be a ranger of the north.
With an auburn beard.
The
Beard
ranger
stares at the stars.
The wizard stares at the stars, has an auburn beard. Miserly man with the cloak who claims to be a ranger of the north.
Bard. There's a bard one.
The
pointy beard
half-elven,
bard.
the half-elven bard who tells many stories. Was there
No,
only
that one.
3? I thought I said 4,
There's
but
4.
that sounds like 3.
Is she watching me write stuff down?
Oh, no.
Yeah, she would be.
Oh, my
watching.
Discord froze. Okay, I'm gonna at the bottom write down Rictavio.
Are you trying to be subtle?
As much as a green rabbit can be.
All right, roll me a sleight of hand.
Slide of it. Oh, cool. 3.
As she's reciting the thing and you write down the name, she says, "Oh, so there's more than one of you who are liars then."
Excuse me, did you say liars?
Well, it appears that you haven't counted my friend. He just wrote down his name.
Oh, really? Just taking guesses?
I mean, I feel like that's a little bit rude. Just because maybe I didn't necessarily remember who you were talking about doesn't necessarily mean that I was lying, right? Yes?
No worries. I understand why people lie. Self-defense, preservation. You don't know me. I'm a stranger. I completely understand the purposes.
But I wasn't lying.
Oh, no, not you.
No, it didn't. I think we should just all... Sorry, Esmeralda, it's great to meet you. We've just traveled so far.
No, but it's
We can
very...
speak after a long rest.
Isn't it very rude of someone to just assume that you're lying?
I think she's caught whoever red-handed.
Don't worry. I no hostilities meant. If at any point you wish to share the fate of my friend with me, feel free. Otherwise, I'll find them on my own.
And
Okay.
it was an 18 and it hit the wall.
I also meant to roll privately, but it rolled public, so Oh well.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. And
Pleasure to
she'll
meet you all.
continue leading
Very
them
much a
through
pleasure.
to the
Also real quick,
I'm very tired.
I've adjusted her physical appearance slightly, but this is a good representation of her physical appearance.
Looks like a pirate.
She carrying
love
a
her.
sword?
a sword
be
and
like-
an axe. Whoo, dual wielding.
Does she have a sword right now?
She does at her waist, yes.
And an axe?
Does she look like? Oh, well, I haven't seen her yet, technically.
Correct.
Excuse me. You said you took care of this area, yes?
Took care of this area?
That you're responsible for this area, yes?
No, not at all. I'm merely a visitor.
Oh, okay. So where are you staying?
Right around the corner.
Oh, like this door down here?
No, door to the right. Let's see. Actually, door to the left, outside, and then around the corner. Mal, for you. The outer door here leads to a door here, which is the barracks, and then everything to the north side of this
is
the hospital, remains of the hospital, and the various rooms associated with said hospital.
Okay. Should just lead them into the.
Well, I don't know what you're doing up so late, but have a good night.
So late, it's morning. Dawn's rising.
I mean, time is just a construct, yes?
She kind of chuckles. Perhaps. Anyway, pleasure to meet you. Enjoy your stay.
Mal is gonna do that thing when your room is very dirty and you're just throwing stuff in the corner to clean up really quickly while they're having their conversation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ademi will walk in and tell Mal, are you sure you don't want to sleep outside?
I mean, we can if that's what you'd prefer.
I mean,
it's not much. We're a little understaffed, but it's.
I mean,
is it warm?
So this room is a spacious chamber filled with bed frames of wrought iron arranged in 2 neat rows. 3 doors are spaced along the south wall, which is this one because weirdness. Each with a plaque mounted on it from west to east. The plaques read operating room, nursery, and morgue.
Notorious for being warm. I think the answer is no.
No, it is generally not warm.
I'm guessing that it's probably more warm than the tiny hut.
You'll never know.
Unless we make you redo it. Hey. Don't you love casting tiny hut?
It's like half of my role on this team.
Casting tiny hut and prestidigitation.
Just casting tiny hut.
Are you sure you don't want to spend time outside, maybe in the warm comfiness of our little huts?
I mean, it's up to you guys. What you guys want to do? You're the guests here. I'm sorry I couldn't provide better accommodations. We're
I'm just asking what would make you feel more comfortable. Surely you know what makes you feel comfortable, yes?
Does Mal have a room? Oh, I'm sorry.
I think this is her room.
I'm not there. I'm sorry.
Although that would be a pretty funny question to ask her as soon as she brings you into her room. So, where's your room?
Yes, it's up to you.
DM.
I don't.
It's up to you
Such
guys.
a DM.
Gotcha.
I mean, honestly, I'm a little bit tired of having I've had enough responsibility for one day, to be honest. So it would be nice to accommodate somebody else for a turn.
Okay. Well, yeah. Just, I'll Is there? I imagine there's got to be some fireplace or something, like some inlet to keep the stick warm in the church, right? Like, Ryan, in this area.
So there's like a small one of those little iron like kettle furnaces that you could light, but right now it's cold.
Okay, yeah, she'll do that.
Also, Alistair,
and-
just as the last one leaving this room, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
This is where you normally sleep, though. Yes.
19.
All right. I'll shoot you a DM.
Okay.
Okay. I actually don't know, Ryan. Where would she usually bunk?
So up to you. We have two options: either here or with Cloven.
Oh God, here. Yeah, definitely here.
And it's as dirty as it looks on the map, or is it a little bit more put together?
I would imagine
like-
it's.
The bunks are like completely broken. The mattresses, half of them don't have mattresses, or they're just like skewed about.
What were you gonna say, Mal?
Well, I would imagine over time she would try to fix up the place if she was living here.
So here's what I'll say. I'm gonna shoot you a note, real quick, actually, as well.
Notes.
So many notes.
So many notes, so little time.
Right, note sent.
God damn it, Ryan.
I'm just the reader of the things, man. I didn't write it.
Fuck.
So is the place just as dirty as what's going on here, or?
Well, she wouldn't have led them there if she knew that.
Okay, well then you remember upon arrival, and then this.
Yeah, you're
we'll
tired. You
adjust
just
it.
died.
It's been a while.
You were like you were on. We'll do it this way. You're on autopilot to go to where you normally stay,
Yes.
and then
yes. Is it this
upon-
room specifically? I can think of
It is
something
this-
if it's
it is this room
room
specifically.
specifically. Okay, she's gonna be like, no, this. She's gonna clean up. Have cleaned up this area.
this
How
upper
about,
room.
How about this little corner is very roomy and comfortable.
All right. So that room
suspicious.
is the morgue,
Wait, god damn it.
it have
which
to be?
appears to be fairly clear, other than a bedroll in the corner.
Hey, he doesn't make the rules.
There's also there's a raven perching on the windowsill.
Oh. Is that
So
a usual raven?
It is not a usual raven. That raven is not
It's a
normally
tiny
there.
raven shadow.
Well then. Anyway.
So this is where you normally stay.
Yeah. Welcome to my little home.
Okay. It's spacious. Square for sure.
It's small, but it gets warm, and
Some people don't have squares, so
Mm.
doing quite well for yourself.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab Sten real quick. So what was that about?
I'm worrying that we're already on her bad side, and I'm curious if she knows about Rictavio. But
By her reaction, I would say very much so.
But I'm curious if we were on the right track when we were grilling him. How he's not actually a bard.
I think we might be, just based on that interaction. Actually, I've been writing something to him. Maybe you could have a look at this.
Sure.
And you read it earlier.
I did. This is definitely sums up nearly everything. Do we want to add in that we've come across his friend? Are they friends? I don't actually know.
I don't know.
She's in high
either.
spirits, but
Here, I'll do this. And you see me write, P.S. Ran into a friend of yours. The experience was quite enlightening at the end of it.
all right. Do you usually get an answer back quickly, or?
The first one was within the hour, I believe.
I just don't know that we should talk about things without the full group. Which I thought I was being sly, writing down the name. I was going to hand that to Miranda, but
Yeah. Well, shall we wait to talk about it before I do the thing?
If we have time to burn, just send it now. We can all talk about it. Either he's here, or something else we can add to our list.
All right. To Rictavio then, and can I, in saying that, activate the sending letter?
Yeah, so you take it out and you send it, and what does it say?
I will send it to you now.
All right, am I cool to read it to the group
Yes.
out loud, also for audience participation?
Yes.
There's a small fantasy about Andar and
Holy shit, you made
Irina.
a PDF?
I mean, that's how it saves, but yeah.
All right. Rictavio, I hope this letter finds you in good health. It has been quite some time since last we corresponded. In that time, we've come across quite a number of artifacts, of which may be worth having a discussion over. A journal holding key information that was held by a staunch ally of the devil. It was hidden under lock and key along with bones of an unknown origin. An ancient holy symbol of which the ravens led us to, which was protected by druids, and an ancient evil tree. We also found what we believe to be a bit of a local myth, a shining hilt to a sword known locally as the Sword of Sunlight, which we found hidden among wood and sand. We find ourselves in Krezk for the time. We plan to be the harbingers of change in Barovia. If you'd like to be a part of that, we'd ask that you meet soon. If not, we will push on without you, but urge you meet regardless. We have some catching up to do. Alistair. P.S. Ran into a friend of yours. The experience is quite enlightening. In fact, I'm just going to leave that PDF. I was going to close it, but I'm going to leave that open for my reference. Just so I know. All right. Cool.
Also gonna send it to the group as well, because I
didn't know
should've
your
just
middle
did
name
that.
was Ogallala.
A nudith?
Oh. So
Yeah.
Smudge.
Whoa. Okay, that was a weird sound. I think Sirenscape did something weird to me.
Oh, weird.
It sounded like someone was licking my ear.
That's super weird. That's super uncomfortable.
I don't know if anyone saw my face for a second, but I looked very shocked.
I did not see that, but that's very strange.
And I opened Sirenscape, and I was like, "What was that?"
All right. So, also,
Sorry.
Mal and Adumbi, did either of you guys approach the window like you are there?
I imagined Mal was approaching the window, so I went up to her. I was about to say something to her. I was just waiting for people.
But Mal, you
to
approached
finish.
the window with the raven in it?
Yeah, absolutely.
As you approach, it flies down to the scarecrow.
Okay.
So, how are you feeling?
Um, it's a complicated question. I'm glad that everything was taken care of without harming the children. I'm worried for them.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as the Abbott being angry, that was pretty easy going. So,
That was a lot. He's a lot.
he's a busy man. He has a lot to do.
It takes up a lot of space, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah, he's a literal messenger of the Morning Lord, so.
Yeah, but sometimes people like that, at least, if you know when I don't know if this resonates with you at all, but at least growing up, I had people like that in my life, and they take up so much space that it feels like there's not a lot of room left for you, you know?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I am of service. You know, that's kind of my reason for existing. So, that makes a lot of sense.
But your whole reason of existing is of service?
Of course. That's why any servant of the Morning Lord is. You know, we...
I don't know, I quite rather just enjoy spending time with you in general. No, just existing.
Oh, yeah, I very much enjoyed traveling with you all as well, despite the terrible things we faced.
I'm very glad that you're still here. Honestly, I thought you were... I don't really know how you came back. I don't actually... I've never resurrected anyone before. I didn't even know that I could do that, so...
Oh, that was you?
Yes, but I know of people who have done it, and the conditions needed for that.
So you just casually resurrected me for the...
Well, I wouldn't say it was... I don't know, maybe it was your god or something, because honestly, I don't know how it happened, so... I'm just glad that it did, because,
No, Doomby, don't downplay your talent. That's amazing. I mean, I knew you were powerful, but wow.
I mean, if I'm going to be honest, it's more of a burden than anything else. I don't know how you do it, but I'm exhausted from all this work and responsibility.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. I don't even know if I can keep doing it, to be honest.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. This feels overwhelming. I don't know, what do you do when you feel like this?
Well, I pray. And I find solace in the knowledge that when I die, when I actually die, I will have fulfilled a greater purpose than myself.
Greater purpose than yourself?
Yeah. I mean, you're very powerful, but in the grand scheme of things, we're all very small. But fulfilling something that's larger than yourself, living for someone else, gives you strength. Everyone does this. I mean, whether you're religious or not, whether you know, we all try to live for someone.
Oh, maybe it would be nice to just, all of us take a little bit of a break.
Of course, yeah,
Just have fun.
Yeah. If you guys want to stay here longer, I'm sure the father won't mind.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's other places to have fun. I mean, I'm sure we could have fun here too, but I wouldn't want to intrude on the Abbots.
I don't think it's any. Oh, yes. Oh, welcome to my room.
Hey,
Oh, I didn't see you guys there.
it's nice.
Thank you. I've tried to clean it up.
Real quick, I'm gonna pause there because Mim.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
I'm
about
at the well.
yeah, so we'll have a little bit of time with you. You're at the well. You
It's
look in.
time.
Huh? Yeah, I'm looking in.
And where? Ha. As you look down the well, you see the well is 80 feet deep.
Ooh.
None of them are here. Hold on, I have to move all the people to the second floor. Actually, up to the second floor. Boop, gone. And you look into this 80 feet well, and about 20 feet down, you see multiple eyes glinting back up at you. And
Mim's gonna do like the well, like peek over, see the eyes and go, and then slowly look over again.
you see what appears to be 6 beady eyes on one wall, and then 2 blinking eyes on another wall, both looking up at you.
And I can't see anything but the eyes, like it's dark and their eyes are
It is
like...
dark, and you're just seeing the glinting of the eyes back up at you.
Can I like druid craft a little flame in my hand or something?
You can.
That's scary. Okay, that makes me think. So I'm gonna wait. Be like, hello? Hello. And it goes. You're not coming through. Oh no, I don't like it. Was that like scurrying sounds, or like the sounds they were making?
Like,
I'm going away. I don't care about the well. I'm leaving.
all right, so you leave.
Mim probably could handle it. I don't want. But I do want to check out the doors. So I don't know timing wise, but.
All right, so no, that works out. So you go check out the doors. They are locked.
Oh, that's rude. I'm gonna. Wait, hold on. There's like howling and yelling.
Yeah, there's howling and like
And
what
banging?
appears to be banging on the door.
On the door, and then there aren't any windows.
No.
Can I like knock on the door back and be like,
There's a little slit, like one of those little slide slits.
I open it, and I'm from a distance there.
All right.
Mim's curiosity is just killing her here.
So
Probably gonna die because of it.
inside, you see someone chained to the wall, and they're like flailing against the chains and banging on the wall and hooting and hollering, and they seem to be excited, and they've got big eyes, but they've got like the snout of a wolf and like the what appears to be like an owl eye and like feathers coming out from half of their face. They've got a like almost feline paw on their left hand and what appears to be lizard-like skin on the other arm.
Yeah.
And you can't see from the waist down.
Okay. Sorry, I lost my spot. Okay, cool. I am gonna look at. Is there slits in the other doors?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm gonna see the same kind of stuff.
Correct. So as you go and open slits, you see people chained to walls with various beast-like qualities and things. You recognize these people remind you of Cyrus Bellevue from Ravenloft in the sense that like they have the same kind of bestial features and things, but most of them are more chaotic and less functional than Cyrus was. Cyrus seemed to be more of a like hunched beast man. These seem to be almost more beast than man.
And Otto had like a snout stuff, right?
Correct. Otto had like a dog snout and ears.
Ugh.
Otto, in fact, so I'll give you the full description of Otto because I realized I didn't. He was 4'9", squats instead of standing upright. He looks like a beardless dwarf with patches of donkey flesh covering his face and body. He has one human ear and one wolf's ear, a protruding wolf snout and fangs. His arms and hands are human, but his legs and feet are leonine. And
Leonine.
as in like lion.
Leonine, yeah, like
And he has
claws.
And he has a
Yeah.
donkey's tail, and his laugh sounds like a donkey spray.
Have I ever seen anything like these before?
Outside of Cyrus and Otto, no.
Okay. All right. I don't know what time I would be. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I don't know what time I would be heading in, but and then there's a thing.
So
that,
you would
that-
go up. There's a thing you want to do?
No, isn't there a creature? Something? Or is it gone? That was in here that they saw.
The tall gray.
Yes. So
yeah.
you come in. The door shuts behind you. You would hear the lumbering in the hallway.
Up front?
Down this hallway.
Down the hallway. I'm gonna stealth.
Good call. You aren't with Mal.
Yeah.
Good. All right. I don't think he can see you. We're going to try just in case. All right, cool. He does not see you. You sneak by, but as you look down the hallway, you see this huge lumbering brute of a thing.
As I run by, I see that there are doors though.
Yes, you see all the hands clamoring and howling.
Give me one. How do you? Oh wait, no, I'm right. I just.
All right.
Hey, can I see if I can like? Oh no. Okay, no. I'm just gonna go around here, and I see this.
You come around here and you see what?
And I see the stairs, and I'm hoping that that's where they went.
All right, so you head upstairs. Which?
I'm still stealthing though.
Yes,
So
you're
I don't know
stealth.
what other weird things are here. This place is awful.
Icky.
So back up to the second floor. You are stealth. With what was it? 26? 29.
29, yeah.
All right. You come around the corner, and the woman is perusing the shelves and has her back to you and doesn't hear you.
Oh. I don't know where they went. Does she look scary? Does she look like normal? Does she look familiar?
She's unfamiliar. She doesn't appear to be aggressive. She's just a woman looking at books.
I'm too curious. Okay. I'm like by the desk and then I like pop my head over the desk and say, excuse me.
She like
Excuse me.
grabs her hilt and spins and then sees you and oh, hello. Sorry, you startled me. Who might you be?
Who are you?
Esmeralda de Avenir. And she sticks her hand out.
Master Maria. And I shake her hand with my tiny little
She like grips your hand firmly but encapsulates the whole thing. She goes, are you with the others?
Oh, my friends, yeah, did they come through here? They're the big red one that looks kind of like me but giant, and then the bunny thingy with the ears.
Yeah, they went right through there.
What's through this door?
That goes outside.
Oh, along the wall.
Yes.
I open it and I look back and forth and I go back and I close it. Cool. Esmeralda? That's your name?
Correct.
What are you looking for?
A friend of mine who you might have met. You ran into a Rictavio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wait. The one with the giant... It was a tiger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the one with the giant tiger?
Oh, he managed to find a tiger, did he?
How do you know him?
We're old friends. Go way back.
When?
Before his circus days.
Interesting. Well, maybe I can help. What are you looking for a specific book? And she's like flies trying to get up in her face, be a little annoying.
I was just seeing whatever information the Abbott happened to have. I am staying temporarily while I look for Rictavio. You don't happen to know his whereabouts, do you?
Think so. I normally don't keep track of that kind of stuff.
Well, where was it that you last saw him?
You know, it was a long while ago by this point. Like, it feels like months and months.
Roll me a deception check.
IRL, that's not a lie.
No, yeah.
IRL. All right. Let's do. I'll do it public. We'll go for it. All right. Months and months, huh? How long have you been in Barovia?
How long have we been in Barovia?
Like 2 weeks.
This 2 weeks.
It's like
It feels like forever.
no, it feels like a really long time. That's not a lie, because I think Mim would say it feels like a long time. Okay. Like 2 weeks maybe? How long have you been in Barovia?
It's been about 2 months, I believe.
So where did you come from? And how did you get here?
I doubt you would have heard of it, but I traveled here. As I said, looking for my friend.
Wait, no, I don't mean here. I mean in Barovia. You said 2 months
Yes.
ago you got here. Well,
I've only been at the Abbey for a couple of days.
yeah. But how did you get in Barovia?
I traveled here.
But how? Because
Well, how does anyone travel to Barovia?
What do you mean, how does anyone travel to Barovia? People don't travel to Barovia. They just are there or
Well, then
not.
how did
And
you
now
get to
we're here.
Barovia?
In a horrible, scary, terrifying, traumatic way. I didn't travel by it in a good way. How did
Oh,
you
you
gotta...
You didn't come here willingly.
No.
Oh.
I mean, I've made good friends. Well, I guess I thought they were good friends. I don't know what a friend is anymore. But anyway, I mean, yeah, no, not willingly. I'd really like to go home.
Well, then I wish you the best of luck. But if you do happen to hear anything, or if you manage to recall when last you saw our mutual friend.
Wait, but hold on. You traveled here.
I did.
How? Other people can't leave Barovia.
Well,
Are you
I'm aware you
Vistani?
can't leave Barovia.
So you're trapped here now?
Well, as you said, the Vistani can come and go as they please.
So you're a friend of Strahd's?
No,
Aren't the Vistani friends of Strahd?
not all Vistani are friends of Strahd. All Vistani are held in high regard by Strahd because my people did him a favor long ago.
Well, do we know what that favor was? Like, did anyone ever tell us?
I believe Strahd told you during the dinner, did he not? Or am I crazy?
I don't remember. Does anyone
Group
remember?
check me here.
He talked about it, but I don't remember if he told specifics.
Yeah, he said they did me a favor.
Okay,
No,
but
he'll
he didn't go
forever
into
be in-
details? Okay.
I can't remember.
Well,
no.
There's something about health, but no.
A man as powerful as Strahd, a man. Anyway, does like, and you, what could the Vistani have done that was so good to him that like he lets them travel in and out, and he lets that happen, right?
Well, the story goes that my people managed to find him and nurse him back to health after one of his battles during his general days.
Really? All right then. So, okay. Well, but you said not all Vistani are friends of Strahd. So, I think that makes us friends.
Well, I'm okay with that if you're okay with that.
Does she seem genuine?
She does.
I reached my little tiny hand out.
She, in order to not offend you, well, did you react well to her encapsulating your hand the first time, or did you not like your hand being encapsulated?
Well, literally, I mean, I wouldn't like it normally, but like I'm tiny, so it's like anytime I have to shake hands with a normal
She
sized
firmly
person.
shook it like she firmly shook it despite its size. But I'm just saying, if it bothered you, she would adjust.
No, it didn't bother me.
All right, then she firmly shakes your hand.
Okay. It's like
So about
she's
my
like shaking
friend, if we're friends,
Wait,
you
I
don't
didn't hear the
remember
first part.
anything about Rotavio. Well, you saw him last.
I think we have to be friends for a little bit longer for me to give anything on that, because that what if you betray me? I mean, I've been friends with these people here for 2 weeks, and
I
I thought
assure
I
you,
could
I mean
trust him.
Rotavio no harm.
no, that's great. I don't either, and that's why we have to be. If you really don't mean Rotavio harm, then you would understand why I'm hesitant to share any information with you, even though we're friends.
All right, I can accept such an answer.
What information do you have on Rotavio that maybe could help us?
Well, it seems you know a
If
great
you're
deal
willing-
already.
I don't think so. I mean, he's just a little confusing.
Well, he intends to be. An enigmatic man.
When was the last time you saw him?
I believe it's been 10 years.
Okay, you've been looking for him for that whole time?
No.
Interesting.
Very
How long are you staying
interesting.
here at the Abbey?
Not too much longer. I believe that there's not much more for me to find here. Although it seems that may have changed, and she looks around. The last few minutes.
Oh, you're gonna stay because we're friends now? That's so nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna go off to bed.
All right, well, it was wonderful to meet you, Astromiria.
And did they went this way?
Yes, right through there.
Thank you. And just zoom out and slam the door. Oh, and it's creepy and disheveled.
I think timing-wise,
That's like almost exact.
that would be pretty close.
Yeah.
So Mim's gonna be coming in as Mal's basically going like, "Oh, Alistair Sten, this is my room." And just to check, Adam, Andar did Tiny Hut and passed out. There's nothing cool. So Andar is outside somewhere, to all of your knowledge.
Living his best life.
Yep.
He was pretty tired.
You got to cast a spell without being interrupted.
What were you saying?
So yes,
Alistair?
Alistair, you were talking when we cut off.
So your father said something weird.
He says many weird things that I don't understand. You have to be more specific.
With everything happening lately, I don't want to be too forward, but he kind of said that he doesn't regard you in that way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're all his sons and daughters, you know. He's gotta keep his distance.
This whole faith thing is so new to me. Such a foreign idea.
Yeah, have you never experienced religion before?
Not that I can remember. Not having any memories prior to a few years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, there are a lot of complicated rules, but it kind of all just boils down to just treat others how you want to be treated. Really. Everything else kind of just spins out from that, but be good.
All right. Well, I can certainly try.
I think you're a good person, Alistair.
Thanks, though, I don't know, kind of wanted to take his head off back there when, I don't know, I just felt like he talked down to you, and I just want to be there to back you up.
Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, of course he talked down. He's, you know, a messenger of God. It's kind of the definition of above.
Well, yeah,
The sun rises from below the horizon. Well,
It's true.
I have very similar powers and still think that Sten's a much better person than I am.
At this point, Mim would arrive.
Oh, I'm not in the room. Unless they, I mean, they probably heard me coming in though. I don't know if they say anything, but
Well, you
I'm gonna
said you
just sit.
slammed the door. So.
Yeah, but I don't go in. I'm just gonna
Okay.
sit outside the door on the floor.
There you go.
I don't. I mean, there is a certain level of. It's very obvious that my father's, the Abbott's faith gives him, sort of direct authority. But well, I agree with you completely. I think Sten is a great man.
Alice, I didn't save you at all. I didn't do anything. I made a promise to have your back, and I watched you collapse. I couldn't help.
I'm sure you wanted to. And that means more than you think.
But wanting to help and doing nothing and watching your friend die, a very different thing.
I went out and did something really stupid. So I don't blame you if that's what you're asking. I hold no ill will. I did what I thought I had to do. And I think you did the same, if I know you at all. So, don't worry about it. It's okay. It worked out in the end, right? You guys said you took care of the mean one.
I, honestly, that really only happened because Mim's life was in danger. She wasn't gonna leave after you fell.
Oh,
It was the only way to put a real stop to things.
I'll have to apologize to her for that.
For what it's worth, you could have just gave us the conversation. If it was a non-negotiable, something that you had to do. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but you certainly could have got me to go along with you. Whilst I might not completely agree with the situation, I'm also not in the business to leave friends behind.
Can I be honest about something?
Of course.
I've grown up here for the entirety of my life. And, part of the affliction of the people that live here is that they slowly go mad. So I don't usually have friends. Well, so this whole business is a little new to me, and my entire life I've been told what to do and where to go, and having to make an executive decision was very, I didn't want to drag you into it. If I could have helped. Which, I mean, I wasn't even able to do that.
I understand. I honestly, I think for quite a few of us in this group, friends is a new affliction.
Well, I appreciate that you all thought of me well enough to save me. And, if you would still have me, I would very much like to continue traveling Barovia with you.
Of course. Though for what it's worth, we may need to stay in Krezk for a few days.
Speaking of new friends.
This Esmeralda, she was certainly talking about Rictavio earlier. And, I reached out.
You much about Tavio, Alice?
No, not at all. Just that here's some sort of connection with you. That's all I really know.
Was Malice not there for the tower? It's been a few weeks.
She was not.
I assumed that the person was important to you. So, was he a good person? Was he an ally?
I think we have troubling opinions on that. We were told that he would be, or a man who fits his description would be. but he didn't seem to want anything to do with us.
Oh,
But he did give Alistair a means of updating.
Reaching out at least, but I'm also... He gave me sheets of paper that could reach him directly. I wrote on them and said his name. They would send. But I'm running quite low, so I'm hoping he'll meet us here. We'll see.
okay. Yeah. I'm sure Father won't mind. It'll take a little bit anyway to convince him, to leave. I know we're already really short-staffed, so I'll probably have to resume my chores, but, if you guys want, I can show you a tour of the place or something, and you guys...
Well, if you guys don't mind, could we plan and do all that tomorrow? It's like already daytime, and we haven't gotten any sleep. I would love to be able to contribute more, but
Right. Absolutely, yes. Let's,
I'm fucking exhausted.
I'm sorry I can't give better, accommodations, but, this room is nice and cozy. Little warning, do not step outside at night. By outside, I mean into that other room. We have a pesky shadow problem, so I've tried to deal with them for a little bit, but they keep coming back, so...
What? I'm sitting outside on against the wall, and I say, what do you mean pesky shadow problem? I see them, but what's wrong with them? You're saying I shouldn't stay here and sleep out here?
Oh, yeah, no, definitely not, Mim. If you can come in here, yeah, shadows as in, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Shadows as in the evil souls of the dead or something.
Oh, I'm gonna go sleep in the library area, maybe, or somewhere else.
Okay.
I just
Before
dashed.
we go to sleep, Mal, who was that stitched man downstairs?
Woman.
It's
Oh, the man
woman?
downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, probably one of Father's new.
Actually, Mal, I'll shoot you. You know this.
Oh, okay. Oh. Does she
She would know that.
have a name?
No.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's Veronica. She's she's this girl that came in, and Father tried to heal her, but yeah, didn't really work out. So she's kind of very distant.
The same way he tried to heal us. Or is this...
I don't know. He kind of does that stuff in his office. I'm not really allowed. But yeah, he goes around trying to help different people who come here. Everyone here, he's been trying to help them. It took a while for me to get used to it, but think of this entire place as if it's a hospital.
In hearing Malice say that, can I look down at my neck and see if that is still normal skin? Or if the black is back? What's going on?
It's normal skin.
Okay. What
For
of
now.
the group? Looking around at people.
What do you what?
If I look over the group, everybody still look like themselves?
Everyone still looks like themselves.
Okay.
Irina seems slightly preoccupied with... She's found a broken shard of glass and she's kind of admiring herself in it.
Okay.
Before we bunk up, I want to use my little scry thingy.
Cool. Real quick, Mal. So you dash out.
Mim.
I'm sorry, yeah, Mim. You dash out.
They just look so similar.
God damn, everyone's A or M,
siblings.
dude. Like,
Everyone's A.
literally, Lily Sten's the only one that's independent. So,
Easy, just kill one and force us to change the name.
So anyway, so Mim, you dash
tempted.
out. Esmeralda looks up and goes, "Oh, you're back."
Yeah. Wasn't a lot of room in there.
Oh well, if you'd like, you can bunk with me. We've got there's plenty of room in the barracks.
Where are you? Wait, where?
Right around the corner.
where-
If you go outside, onto the walkway, the door that you opened, and then you go left. There's another door, and it leads to the barracks.
Mhm.
It's nothing flashy, but it'll work.
Hey, thanks. I'll go take a look.
All right.
Oh, nice. It's even scaring Mim.
So you head into the barracks, which have various bunk beds that have mostly disintegrated with age, lying in heaps along the walls of this moldy room. But you do notice there's a bedroll with like a couple small bags next to it. That clearly belongs to Esmeralda. They're fresh.
Can I lock the door and then go search in her bags?
There is no lock on the door.
Uh-huh.
You could try and bar it, or you can leave it as is.
I'll leave it. And then also, are there rafters on like the ceiling area or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I clicked on the wrong thing. I do like really quickly want to just kind of, well, not really quickly. I kind of want to like shifty kind of peek in and just see like if there's anything strange.
The first one's a bag of money.
Oh.
The second one appears to be a bag of at first they look like trinkets, and then you realize that these are things that you've seen in various Vistani camps, a couple knuckle bones, a couple like trinkets of various types, generally superstitious stuff. And then there's a slightly larger waist bag, and it has a couple sharpened pieces of wood in it.
So I feel like she does not like vampires. Cool. I'm going to try and like hammock up my bedroll into the rafter.
All right. All right, so as you guys are bunking down, everyone kind of, you're doing the scry thing. Roll me 100.
You see Rictavio. What a coincidence.
What was it?
60.
60.
60. All right. So the orb floats up, and the like swirling parts, and you see a man in a cloak, in like a hooded cloak, in the forest, looking around, and he seems paranoid. And then you watch as he turns into a deer and rides off into the forest.
Could I have tried to reach my hand through this vision? Try and reach my hand through this vision.
All right, you reach forward and you touch the orb.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. The orb floats a little bit away from you from the pressure of your paw, and then it comes back.
It's a hand.
Your hand paw. Your hand. Your third hand.
Oh dear. Still holding for applause.
All right. Is there anything anyone else individually is doing before they bed down?
Nope.
Cool. So as you guys are getting settled, you hear the door to the hospital ward open. And the abbot comes strolling down. Well, since you've returned, I have a duty for you if you'll follow me. And he turns and walks away.
Oh, sorry everyone, I'll be right back. Hope you have a good rest.
And without looking back, he sweeps by, kind of like nods at Esmeralda on the way by, and then turns and, as you're walking, explains, "We have a house call to make. Be prepared."
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
All right. So you follow him, and he doesn't speak to you the entire way there, but he leads you down out of the Abbey, down to Krezk itself. And hold on, just adjusting where you all were before. All right. He'd be back up here. Come on, Foundry. Stick with me. All right. Cool. So he leads you back to the village. And as you're walking in, at this point, it's mid-morning in the village. You walking in draws a number of eyes. People start to kind of head back into their houses. He leads you down back to the burgomasters. And he walks up to the door and he knocks. And after a moment, Dimitri comes and answers. And startles at seeing the abbot at his door. Hello, I wasn't expecting you. Yes, I am aware. I have heard news that your son, Ilya, has passed away from illness again. Dimitri kind of like sours and, yes, it was the last one. Yes, I am aware. I will have you know that the gods of light do not want the Krezk line extinguished, and if you would so have it, I will raise your son from the dead to restore your lineage. And Dimitri kind of wide-eyed. I didn't realize that was... Yes, the gods work in mysterious ways. If you could show me to the grave. And Dimitri kind of doesn't know what to do, and then walks out of the building and leads you around. Ooh, Foundry is chugging. All right. So they head around the building. the back where you can see there is a little graveyard set up. And a very freshly planted, a very fresh grave site with a little gravestone engraved with Ilya and some flowers. And the snow is kind of heavily trampled around the fairly fresh dirt. And Dimitri goes, this is the one. This grave here, then. This is the youngest, yes. No, I'm not looking for the other ones. And Dimitri kind of, yes, this is the youngest. And the abbot walks and stands above the grave. Lord of light, gods of sunshine, hear my prayer and restore this young one to the realm at large. And he puts his hands together and he glows. His body begins glowing and light begins to shed from him. And you watch as light begins to spill through parts of the dirt. And after a brief moment, really, do the only kids I have, are they all just Yeska? Come on. Oh, no, I do. Okay, cool. You watch as the glow recedes and a little hand comes out of the dirt and starts pushing dirt away, and this little boy sits up and, Father? And Dimitri rushes down and grabs the boy and pulls him into his arms. And Dimitri starts crying, and the boy is bewildered and frantic. And why was I underground, Father? What happened? I don't remember. And Dimitri's crying, and the abbot turns and says, yes, and now that your son has returned, I do require a favor from you. And Dimitri, favor, what could you need? Anything you need. And the abbot, yes, I require a wedding dress. Finest silks. I know no one here can accomplish it. Consider it payment for the restoration of your bloodline. I need it by, let's see. I need it within the month. And, Erwin kind whoa, within a month, a fine wedding dress. We don't have the resources. Yes, I'm aware you don't have the resources. You will find one. This is payment. I have provided you a service, and I shall expect a return by the end of the month. Otherwise, you and I shall have words. Now, we'll be going. And he looks at you, Mal, and whisks away, leaving the man sobbing over his son.
Mal will wait a second, and then she will look at him and his son, and she'll smile and say, "Congratulations," and will hold out literally all 60 gold that she has, a bag just full of it, and we'll say, I think the town of, where was it that we were at? Vallaki? Yeah. The town of Vallaki has a very wonderful seamstress. Best of luck. And she'll walk off.
All right. All right. Cool. The abbot, without another word, brings you back up to the Abbey. And once you arrive there, and you reach the courtyard, he says, "That's all I require of you for now. I will find you if I need more." And he heads back into the northern building.
Abbott, I was wondering actually if I could have a moment of your time.
Yes, but a moment. There's much to do. What is it you require?
Well, my friends wish to stay for a little longer, but they have plans to. We're trying to bring real change to Barovia. So I was wondering. I know
They are trying to bring real change to Barovia, but continue.
Well, that's what I wanted to speak of. They're very capable. But I wish to join their cause if I know we're short-handed, but I seek your permission in following them to our next quest.
Out of the question. And also, if you deem them capable, then clearly you cannot see with your own eyes, because as you brought them to me, I do believe, and he counts off on his fingers, a good 6 of them were infected with lycanthropy. One of them was infected with vampirism, and all of them, with the exception of, I believe, 2, were wounded in various forms. They were exhausted. Most of them could barely stand on their feet. And you call these people capable?
Well, we've been dealing with many great threats. We just came from the Hall of Strahd, of the Count Strahd, so we haven't had very much sleep or rest in days.
Yes, I'm aware of your time with Strahd. He informed me thusly. But regardless of your friends gallivanting around the land, causing trouble, it appears that they are barely keeping themselves together, and I imagine a great deal of that was your doing. And you are needed here. You have responsibilities here. So you will not be going. Your friends are welcome to stay as long as they need, as long as they don't demand too much of our resources. And once they are finished, they are free to go.
I understand.
Good, I'll find you if I have further need of you. And he sweeps forth and heads back to the North Hall.
Yeah, I should just head back to the room. Dang. Is everyone asleep?
Yes, and Esmeralda would not be in that room any longer.
Okay.
She would have headed back into the barracks.
All right, then she'll just kind of slip in and try to get some sleep herself.
All right. Everyone's gonna get a long rest.
Hey.
Alistair,
Yes.
during your long rest,
Oh no.
you have a very vivid dream.
Okay.
And at first you feel like you're in the fog again. The fog is swirling around you and you feel trapped and lost and like you don't know where you are. But then after a moment, a breeze rolls through and you realize that you're not in the fog at all. You're floating amongst the clouds. And The clouds are fully surrounding you. You cannot see the ground below, and you cannot see the sky above, but you see what appears to be a faint glow in the distance through the cloud line. And you hear a voice in your head. Alistair, can you hear me?
Yes.
You almost like, more than hearing this sigh, you seem to sense like a sense of relief for a moment. My power is limited here, but I believe that you are meant to serve a higher purpose. And although I know you have... There's like a pause. I'm trying to think of the word. My brain's blanking. What's the thing where you're like, I can't make it, I have a pre-existing arrangement? Predisposed. Although I'm aware that you have a pre-existing arrangement, I believe that perhaps our interests may be aligned. The voice almost seems to be coming, like, as you hear this voice in your head, you feel warm and you feel relaxed. And it's not like warm as in like a comfy blanket warm, like it feels like it's radiating from a point warm. More like laying under the sun is a different warm than laying under a blanket is a different than laying on like warm ground.
Yeah.
This seems to be more of the radiating from a distance type warmth, but you feel it in your head and like as you hear these words, and you almost sense that it's coming from the glow beyond the clouds.
Does the voice lean more masculine or more feminine?
It's difficult to tell. It's not distinctly gendered.
Okay. So what was the last thing said? Sorry.
It was, I feel our interests may be aligned.
And what interests might that be?
Please hold. Questions I should have the answer to. All right. He says, or it says, it is, I'll say it's difficult to gender. It probably, there's a little bit of a masculine undertone. And you will rephrase your question. You just said, and what interests are those?
Yeah. What interest might that be?
You almost hear like a chuckle. And you hear, new beginning, hope.
That does sound like a good idea, yeah?
By all means, you are not required to enter into any sort of arrangement. But I do believe that I can help you on your journey. Although I'm sure you have many questions.
That I do.
It's a
But
trap!
if you're talking of a new hope for others, new beginning for others, that's all I could want.
Then I was correct in my assessment. As I said, my reach is limited within the realm of Barovia. But that does not mean that I am not able to assist in certain indirect ways. And perhaps some of these tools may serve on your journey of self-discovery. But I must be sure. Are you willing to enter into such an agreement? Are you willing to accept my help in order to promote hope and new beginnings?
I am, yes.
Then let us usher in this new dawn. And the glow almost seems to pulse for a moment, and you feel the warmth fill, hold on, I have to mute something real quick. The light almost seems to pulse, and you feel the warmth kind of spread from your head into your body, and you almost emit a brief glow for a moment, and then the clouds swirl around you and almost seem to blanket you as you fall back slowly, not in a panic fall. And you almost feel the clouds cushion you as you watch the cloud line appear above you and snow falling, and you kind of at an increasing speed watch the sky fade back, a roof part over you, and suddenly the ceiling, and then you wake up in your own body.
Is anybody awake?
No, everyone else is asleep.
And I was told don't leave. So I'm just gonna sit there.
All right.
I mean, how long has it been?
It's been about 4 hours.
It's
That
not
should be-
nighttime, is it? Right? It's
No,
still
it's middle of the
afternoon.
afternoon.
Yeah,
I should be awake. I should be awake then, since I only sleep for 4 hours.
All right, so then you would so you wake up startlingly, and Adunbee's now just rousing.
Adubi, are you awake?
Yes. Something wrong.
I had a very strange dream.
Actually, before you answer that, would you like to go for a walk and have some tea?
Sure, that sounds great.
Okay, I don't know why Sten fell asleep directly in front of the door, but hopefully I don't wake him up.
We'll just roll him over.
Don't touch me.
Oh, is he talking in his sleep?
Don't touch me!
So what's bothering you?
I had the strangest dream where I met with a god, I think. Clouds and light and I don't know, everything that you associate with the divine.
I mean, I would know, so yes, I completely understand what you're talking about. And what did this god say?
They asked if I was on the same path for hope and new beginnings for others.
Isn't that a little bit cryptic? And he'll hand you like a little mug.
Thank you. Yes, I believe so. It felt weird too. I don't know if they spoke of like a pact of sorts.
I mean, is this god all-knowing or like all-seeing or something?
Are they not all like that?
I mean, I was just asking because I was just curious why they didn't just tell you what they meant. Right?
Yes, it did feel rather vague. And I mean, it was a dream, right?
Was it?
I think so. DM question.
Mm-hmm.
Did it feel like the visions of his memories coming back when he first
No.
woke up? No.
This is
No.
separate, and also, like, you can tell from the conversation that the entity you spoke to seemed to reference that you already had a pre-existing arrangement in place.
Mm-hmm.
So you asked if you were on the right path, that you had a deal, and anything else?
It's just concerning to me if that was more than a dream. To be tied to two possible divine entities.
Now that sounds like a predicament.
I don't know much about faith in general. I really don't know what's happening.
I mean, you've been just ignoring them for the most part this time. Until now, yes? Or...
It's massively concerning that I keep gaining new abilities and don't know what any of them do, really. I'm quite literally stumbling onto things. I've always felt myself a man of practice. And the material plane, I've never put much thought into the divine.
Personally, I would say that it's actually rather impressive. You know, a lot of people go through their whole entire lives wishing that they could have contact with the divine or the spiritual. And you've been doing it completely on accident.
I just don't know why I'm so susceptible to it, it would seem.
That is a good question. I don't know, did you, what was your, family like? Where did you come from? Maybe you, maybe your father was an angel? Or something like that.
Perhaps.
I mean, I don't quite know that much about you.
Honestly, I don't have much memory about myself. A lot of it seems to be wiped when all of this first started, but I do know, and we take this with a grain of salt from who it came from, but Strahd said that I did something to save my sister. And that's the only reason that she's alive today.
You have a sister?
Yeah. I've had visions of an event in the past of a girl crying out for help and not feeling powerful enough to help her. But recently, Strahd shed some light on that.
Do any of these angels or deities, have they talked to you about anything about restoring your memory?
No, not really, unless this first one that I'm apparently tied to, as everybody keeps telling me, unless they were the one that gave me those visions, but
And they're the ones and they're the ones saying that they need something from you, yes? The angels?
The second one felt different. It felt...
How so?
It felt calmer. It felt better. In the sense of good and evil. It felt more good. Like, safety, warmth.
I understand. Honestly, you're the first person that I've heard in such a predicament before. So, I cannot say exactly how to get out of it, but the one thing that I do see is troubling you is you don't know much about where you came from, or honestly what you have to do. And it seems like a lot of people are asking things of you. Maybe ask for something in return before. It couldn't hurt.
I suppose. Who do you think it would be worth asking that of? Do you think Mal's father might?
He might know of something. He seems pretty knowledgeable, although insufferable.
I happen to agree.
But he might know something, and maybe your angels know something as well.
Perhaps.
If they can help you, then you can help them. That seems like a fair trade. Although, it seems like contacting them is a little bit inconsistent.
This is true, but maybe now it's just a matter of sleeping. Who knows?
I mean, I know some things that might be able to help you commune with the spirits.
Oh?
Maybe we can try those things.
I would like that.
Yeah. Let me do some research, and in the coming week, I'll see if I can find out if there's anything that I can do to help. But in the meantime, we could talk to the Abbott.
Yes. Thank you, Adumbi.
Oh, of course. But honestly, I'm not promising any results. Like I said, I've not been in a situation like this before, so kind of just winging it here.
Yeah, not many have. I'm same.
But honestly, my advice, just ignore them. Don't try too hard to find them, they'll probably find you. You know the whole saying of when you don't look for something, you somehow find it?
Yeah. Seems to be coming up a lot lately.
It tends to work out, yeah. That'd be my advice. But let's try these two things first. Seems to be on your mind and troubling you.
Thank you. This tea is very good.
Oh yeah, it's a family recipe. I'm glad you like it. I'll try to make it again for you sometime. I
Okay.
have lots of different ones.
Are you guys just making tea in this outer room?
I
Right here?
have Druidcraft, so I was thinking that like I had like water skins and stuff, and that we would just take on a walk,
Cool.
and then I would just be like kind of
So-
fucking around with shit.
Cool. I'll just have you have been
I love that.
walking along the wall then.
Just make tea on the go.
Yeah, exactly.
What a life.
Insta tea.
Instant tea.
Insta tea.
Best
Insta.
cantrip.
Yeah.
Dune tea.
A dune tea. Welcome to a dune tea.
And,
So I'll just have you
gonna
guys
take it.
doing laps around the walls.
Yeah.
Whoa, 2d6 damage.
As you guys are walking and talking, you do see at one point this large two-headed figure head back from this building and slowly make his way around the sheds, feeding everyone, dropping in food into the well.
Alistair, do you remember where the Abbott is, or?
I had kind of assumed that same room that we saw him in yesterday. To
I
be
guess-
honest, it's the only part of this stronghold that is even remotely nice.
I guess we'll just walk around until we find him.
All right, so you
Um,
guys heading to find the Abbott?
I don't know if Alistair really wants to, but Adumi is gonna kind of assume that that's what he wants to do right now.
A Doomby question.
Yeah? What's wrong?
All of the people shackled and chained up here.
Yeah, it's kind of a drag.
You don't think that could be the product of his miracles, do you?
You know, that is a very, very good question. I didn't think about that, actually. I just didn't trust him or like him, so I didn't really want to take anything from him.
He's kind of a douche.
Yeah, he's kind of a douche, a massive douche. But now that you point that out, honestly, I'm very glad that I didn't take anything from him, because I think he might be right. What if he is stealing what if he's stealing things from people and it's driving them more crazy?
It's definitely possible.
What if he's a warlock? That would be very interesting, actually.
And if I think I'm coming to learn that not every god might be kind.
Oh no, absolutely not. There's some terrible gods.
So maybe he's not who he says he is.
Or maybe he's actually a demon in disguise. That would be very shocking. But also it would make sense. Because this place very much sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's definitely not the holy place at all.
As you guys are walking around and pass by this building, after a while of walking and talking, and after you saw the two-headed figure come through, you start hearing the viol play, like a violin play from inside this building.
That's lovely music.
It is.
Someone having a party in there?
Could always knock.
Dimby knocks on the door.
A very drunken, two-headed figure
Two-headed?
answers the door. And you are face to face with
This place sucks.
a figure who looks like this.
Oh, lovely.
So
I don't like it.
Oh, it's Gort.
it's
It's Gort.
Good
Frog.
chug.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
they
I forgot
stand
about
4'7" and has a barrel-like shape. The right head is fully formed and combines the features of a patchy-haired man with those of a goat, complete with stubby horns. The left head is about half normal size and has a soft cherubic face, partly covered with crocodilian hide. The left hand is a crab pincer, and a bear's paw is where the right foot should be. Whereas he wears an ill-fitting monk's robe with a belt made of hempen rope. And he answered, hey, yeah, well, what is it?
Oh, hello. My name is Adumbi.
Hello, Adoombi.
Quick question for you. Would you happen to know where the Abbott is?
Downstairs.
And I don't mean to be rude, but were you always like this?
What do you mean always like this?
Crabby.
Crabby? I'm not crabby, I'm quite genial, thanks.
To know that the pincer.
The pincer.
Yeah.
No, I ain't always had the pincer. It's been a long time though. I've
When
had
did-
it quite a hot minute, if I do say so myself.
Did you get it after you came here, or?
I've always been here.
Oh, but you didn't have it always while you were here.
No.
Just later for no reason.
Well, I asked for it. It's pretty nifty. I can crush things with it. I can pick things up with it. I can play the viol beautifully with it, but only when I've had a little bit to drink.
Who? Why would you ask for a pincer, and who gave you a pincer?
Well, I asked for it because it was better than my hand,
Okay.
and the
What's
other
that?
gave it to me.
Viola?
No, the abbot
The Abbott.
gave it to me.
Okay. Would you happen to know where he is?
Oh, he's downstairs. I said that already.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I must have been
You're a
distracted
very
by...
good listener.
No, I'm not actually. That's my fault. My apologies. Your name was
Cloven. Cloven Bellevue.
Well, it was very nice to meet you, Cloven.
It's nice to meet you, Adoombi and Mystery Man.
Well, before it gets cold, if you happen to have a mug or anything.
I mean, I've got this mug. I got that mug.
I'll pour him a drink. For interrupting you. Sorry. I apologize.
He pointed at his face and at his second face.
Yes, he'll offer it to pour it into his second face.
Oh, you mean I got one of those. He walks over, and he picks up this big old tankard, which is already half full. He goes, I got one of these, and he comes back over.
You sure you don't just want to direct? Okay, I mean,
Adobe, it might be smart to dilute that a bit.
what? Oh, why?
I don't do delusion. Pour it up.
I feel like having it directly as is a good idea. That's how it's
This
supposed
is
to
where I
be
can
made.
take it at my own pace.
Here you go.
All
Pours
right.
him a mug, and we'll be on our way. Thank you for your hospitality.
Anytime. Enjoy. And he slams the door. You hear
Well, that was
heading back to the
something.
and then shortly thereafter you hear the viol music start up again. And
Do you
it's
know- do
even
you-
prettier than it was before.
Do you happen to know of any holy men that can transform people's limbs into animal parts?
I haven't tried it myself, but I would happen to say I probably don't have that power.
Yeah. Kind of weird, wouldn't you think?
Very much so.
I mean, it's not our problem, but I'm also very curious at the same time.
It's very strange. And the Abbott's demeanor as well. I don't know.
What's the opposite of a hag? Well, not like opposite of a hag, but like the male version of a hag. Doesn't he kind of remind you
a
of
hag wearing people skin?
There you go. Doesn't he kind of remind you of the hags? Just like a little bit.
Trust me, very much so.
I don't know. I actually don't know how to get downstairs.
I think it was the first door, actually.
This door?
Yes.
Isn't this where we came from, though? No? Oh, yes. No, you're right. Sorry, I'm a little bit directionally challenged, and then we'll just try to find them.
All right. In the meantime, Andar, you're gonna be the first to wake up
Hey.
because you went to bed about an hour before everyone else. So you're going to wake up a couple hours. I'm gonna assume that their walk and talk takes about an hour. So you'd be waking up around now.
Is it actively snowing?
Is actively snowing. It is at this point mid-afternoon, early evening.
All right, I am going to recast Tiny Hut.
All right.
I mean, what probably woke me up was Tiny Hut going away.
So that would suck. You're nice and warm, and then all of a sudden you just start having snow fall on you, and you're just
That's
so
all
cold.
right. I can get
All the
nice-
snow that built up.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So I'll recast that and then just stay there, keeping an eye out for anyone coming out, and go through my books.
All right. Well then, Doomby and Alistair, you guys still have the floor because everyone else is asleep. So,
I mean, I don't know how many creepy things are in here, but
We're gonna stumble into all of them.
I feel like there's a lot.
all right. So, here's you.
You know,
Where did Alistair
this-
go in here?
Chimeras, shadow demons.
It's also 4 if we could just pick it up next time.
Yeah. Is it 4?
cool
It's
with that.
3. Is it 3 or 4?
It's 4 for me.
It's 4 for him.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I don't know where Alistair went in this scene.
I
guess-
stealthed out of the narrative. I'm going.
I guess I'll put you back in and hope that
Stealth
there's
out
not
of
two
the
of you.
narrative. You got teleported to another dream realm.
Yup.
One time Alistair's there, and then the next day he's just like, no.
The first
They
guy
got
was
me.
really pissed that I'm cheating on them.
Do you guys?
like,
do
hey.
you, oh, so it is. To his point, it is 4:05. Normally we
Yeah.
wrap up between 3 and 3:30 here. 4:30 there. Do you guys want to address the Abbott stuff now, or do you want to wait till next week? I'm cool with either.
It's probably a longer conversation. I suppose.
Yeah, I that's what I think too.
All right. Then that's that.
Ooh.
I mean, I knew the Abbott was gonna suck, but
I just love that Nick sent me a message and he because I was like, he's like me, right? And Nick sent me a message and goes, a broody teenager? And yes, he is.
I'm just curious if he actually healed you guys, or like fucking did like some type of curse pact
He
thing.
took away my desire for cupcakes. He ruined me.
Well, he had to. You guys had to roll like a
I
D100.
guarantee you, at least one of you has some side effects.
Yeah, we don't know what side of the D100. I mean, the time after Irina rolled hers may.
Is there like a male version of a hag? Wait, how long has Mal been with the Abbott?
Her entire life.
How old is Mal?
20 something. Mid-20s.
The-
A little younger than that, actually.
Hmm.
Early 20s, mid-20s, somewhere in there.
There's some things that don't add up here.
Things got some splaining to do.
As Andor has said, it explains a lot. It's
There's some. The Abbott's 20, like late 20s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You should ask him about it.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Remember that fourth description that we just totally forgot about? He was thinking of
He was what?
whatever this thing we see in front of us is.
Wait, what did you
I
say?
can't remember what I said the fourth one was. Damn you, improv.
The
you can
only
always
thing
go
I
back
could
to
think of was when
Young man.
Ranger of the North.
Calls himself
Young
a Ranger of the
man.
North.
That just happens to have so many people in his life that have been with him since birth.
What a weird thing.
What a weird thing.
What a
Totally
weird
nothing
thing.
suspicious there.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, are you kidding? This place is the epitome of a holy, sanctified church.
Yeah, dude.
Filled
Yeah.
with wonderful people worshiping and praising the morning Lord. Praise be.
They have the most stoic guards I think I've ever seen.
Fucking Buckingham Palace level.
I love the fact that Adumi doesn't actually think that like what the person's doing is suspicious, but like just doesn't want to like be beholden or take something from them. And he's like, oh, yeah, you know what? After putting two and two together, this person is pretty suspicious. Maybe they were trying to do something to us, huh?
Yeah, no, it's definitely not great. Like, fucking
We keep
chains and manacles.
When are we gonna learn? We keep taking gifts from random strangers,
It's got to
And
be
then-
sometime.
and then it not being a good gift. Is this like the third time?
I mean, you guys trust.
Question.
Huh?
What'd you say?
Oh, I don't know.
No, we actually didn't hear what you said.
He
Yeah,
said
Good
something.
question.
Yeah.
Myself.
I guess this is the fourth time. No, this is the third time, right? Is the hags once or twice?
That wasn't a gift.
Huh?
That wasn't a gift.
But yeah, technically we did the hags twice. Because the second one was Alistair condensing everything onto himself.
Oh wait, no, it was a get the remember when we ate you guys ate the thing from the hags?
Oh, back in Village
Well,
of
she wasn't a
Barovia?
hag at the
Yeah.
time. She's an old lady.
Well, yeah, I mean,
And I was an old man.
what?
back-
Rabbit.
That's true, he was flirting.
And he had,
Oh,
he, had
yeah, and
he bought a pie.
yeah, and then no, but then we went to the windmill,
Mm-hmm.
and they offered us something like food again, right?
Oh yeah, I had more.
Yeah, and then we had more, and then we went to Strahd.
No
5
big.
stars. Yeah.
No big.
Yeah, I mean, ignorance is a cure all, right? If we never figure out what it is, then you never have to feel bad.
Really?
Just yeah.
Promise.
Yeah. Just don't ever pry into that that piece of lore.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we have the in canon moment of telling Sten, oh yeah, those were all kids, dude.
Yeah. It's like, oh.
He doesn't have to know.
I mean, does
Like the elves?
does Sten care for human babies?
We don't know.
I mean,
The
isn't Sten a
world may never
vegetarian?
know.
Yeah, right.
Isn't Sten a vegetarian?
I've never said it out loud.
Fair enough.
We've also only talked about a couple meals, so
That's fair. That's fair.
Definitely hasn't eaten meat. Man, I feel like Sten would have like a psychotic break if someone told him that he was a cannibal. I guess.
Not the same species.
Yeah, but like
yeah. What's the difference, right?
in fantasy world, isn't essentially just being isn't essentially a cannibal? It's like different rules, you know.
I mean, are you cannibal for
you-
eating chicken eggs?
You call it cannibal, I call it getting by.
Gotta eat to live. Tell you all about it if I got the time.
Are we cannibals if we eat monkeys?
I mean,
Maybe.
Maybe.
Are we human? Are we dancer?
Are we here? Are we dancing?
I am very curious.
Are we dancers?
I'm very curious to see what you guys do.
Say to do with the Abbott.
Yeah.
I'm also curious to see what you guys do.
I'll be
I was
real.
just gonna shoot him in the head.
Hey, we're just
that was also a message with Nick.
we're just
at the same time.
look. Adumi's just curious. He doesn't want to do anything.
I just
but
particularly
he
love.
can't.
Go ahead.
I just want to say that like Adumbi with Alistair doesn't necessarily have the best track record with
That's true. Holy shit.
with doing with
Splitting
with
off and
being,
doing things on their own.
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of wondering while we were talking, why don't we team up more often? And you're totally right.
Well, it's also funny because like I know with last session there's a lot of like some shit went down to be addressed that like it had like didn't get addressed at all this session, and like you guys got thrown a totally different curveball to deal with,
Yeah.
and it's just
Damn it.
a bigger pile.
Adumi and Alistair are just huge mystery novel fans. Okay.
It's true.
If there's a case to be solved.
I'd read
it's just-
I'd read a noir of Alistair and Adumbi.
Buddy cop.
I ran into my
Oh,
partner.
man.
As usual, he had a cup of tea in his hand.
Who do you think committed the crime? Well, honestly, I just don't know.
Calm, collected, just like him.
I thought we went over this, that I wasn't actually a cop. I'm just your friend and you keep asking me for help.
Humble as
Is,
always, that Adumbi.
Does Mim have a new friend? A new best friend?
Best of friend, though.
Did she ditch us for the
Potentially. We'll see.
oh
Probably
no.
not sleeping.
Me?
Oh no.
No, Esmeralda.
Oh.
It's like dinner time.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys was talking?
Well, we fell asleep
Yeah.
almost right after dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when's that?
I guess daylight saving, so it's an hour later.
Yeah, I mean, depending on where you live, like it can get bright pretty early, you know.
Esmeralda is not asleep, but she did go in the room where Mim is sleeping.
She's gonna check your bags of gold.
Yeah.
I'm up in the ceiling.
You're a business ceiling?
I hope not.
I'm
Mim has
up
like all
in
the
the
group
ceiling.
money.
Oh, you're up in the ceiling.
Yeah.
that makes
I
more-
have
that makes
no
more
money.
sense.
I should just leave.
Oh
You
man.
wouldn't just leave us.
You know, I do like though that I was like, yeah, I saved her life, and you said nothing. I was like, okay, whatever.
Who said nothing?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
When I wasn't there. Was I?
You're outside the
What-
room.
Oh.
What the whole like yeah, Mim
I was trying to save her life, and then you get all the credit. It's whatever.
I mean, I was just trying to get you into the conversation.
No, nope.
She's avoiding.
Mim doesn't
Right?
care.
She wasn't
I am?
provoked.
Maybe
He was just trying to bait you, you know.
hmm Mim was just sitting there rolling her eyes and being like, "Oh yeah, I saved your life. Took forever in the first place."
Alistair's literally there sitting there with a fishing pole and a big Mim cupcake on the end and like dangling it. And Mim's like,
Mim's like punching the cupcake.
Ah! I know what you're doing, and it's almost working.
Oh man, cake and potatoes are my weaknesses.
I love potatoes.
Potato cakes are great.
I kind of want some potato dish right now, actually.
you guys are making me hungry.
See you guys.
I was gonna.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
See you guys. Thanks for the session.